Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Birdside. With me, as always, the boys in the building. We got my main man, Angry John Rosado.
What's up?
We got Anthony Sholey, 9.5 toes. Nah, I ain't got nothing today.
That's all right, man. I'll take it.
Third podcast this week.
Yeah.
We're running out of shit.
And my main man, my co-host, Moneyline Welsh. What up, Moneyline? If you're listening, everybody, right now, if you're on YouTube, could you please hit that like button? If you didn't subscribe already, could you subscribe, please? And leave a comment under the video, a thumbs up if you like the video. It helps us out a lot.
Contra Theater sold out.
Yeah, so upcoming comedy show this week, Contra Theater. Tickets are sold out. There's no tickets. There's no walk-in tickets. So unfortunately, if you were going to come, do not do that. There's no tickets. There's none. She went over it with me 3 different times. So thank you so much.
Not an extra seat anywhere.
No. So she said, I appreciate everyone that went and got tickets early. It was one of the fastest selling events they've ever had out there. So
That's awesome. That's going to be a great show.
Great.
Hopefully it's a precursor to things to come. The winner, I think next week we'll be announcing our next Contra show. So you'll be able to have if you didn't have tickets for this one and won them, you have a chance to jump on the next one. That's for sure.
Live show Friday night.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
It was pretty nuts. It was. Thanks everybody who came. It was a great crowd, especially since we had to reschedule and new date and everything like that.
Pretty good turnout.
It was a very good turnout. It was a cast of characters. It was not, but yet not surprising. You know what I mean? It's kind of exactly what I thought was going to be there. Croft came, and he was like, I'm shocked this isn't a Greenfield Hazelwood reunion. And you would think, a live show, all of our friends and family would come. They don't.
What would you say? Would you say none of them came?
None.
Lainey came to this one.
Lainey did,
she had a couple friends with her.
Yeah.
Besides that, not.
Joe's wife. I think that's.
So they
and Terry, my sister-in-law. Other than that, nobody we know.
Listen, there was probably grand total. Tori was there. There was probably 10 of family friends. You could
out of 90.
Out of over 100. I think that ended up being. So
I mean, we got a huge support system.
That's
our
great.
Families.
Yeah, that the crop was dude, I thought for sure this would be a Greenfield Hazelwood reunion, which you think it would be. But at this point, dude, I don't even want our friends to come. It'll just make it awkward, don't you think? It's better. It's better with strangers.
It is, because your friends you don't have to answer to. Your friends you have to answer to. When you do it in front of your audience, they're fans of you. There's not going to be. They don't have a group text about you the next day saying that you're
you
gay.
look fat or you were sweaty.
Right, but if all of our boys were there, people would be yelling out of the audience.
Could be throwing things.
Yeah. Possibly throwing
somebody
batteries.
could have definitely stepped out of line.
Yeah, telling us to suck their dicks.
Yeah.
So no, it's better that they don't come. It is. It was good. It was, like I said, a cast of characters. I thought we did pretty well. I thought it was pretty smooth. Joe did great. It was nice to hang out with everybody before and after the show. It was it was good, man. It's a good venue.
It was fucking fun, dude. It's always fun.
I'm always apprehensive because, like I said, and here with you guys, it's one
this
thing.
Is easy.
This is easy.
Right.
Go in there. I'm I try to not to think about it. Then the day of, I'm fuck.
Yeah,
it's in front of people.
But it's like anytime you I think anyone who does comedy or anything, you always get nervous right before you go up. Then once you go up and you start doing it, you feel fine. And then once you're done, especially the way that went pretty good. You feel like a natural high. You're like, oh,
right.
Yeah.
But that's also part of the buzz. Is the apprehension, the nervousness, the
Overcoming
butterflies. You're yeah, here we go.
Then you're up here for sometimes. You're like, am I going to have a panic attack? Am I not having a panic attack?
Right. But if it works and it goes good, then that's the high that you're riding that buzz after that.
And I feel like we're just talking so much, you don't know if it's going well or not going well. You hear the laughs, but I honestly don't hear the laughs. I'm just my mind is when I'm talking, I'm thinking about the next thing. So I don't know. It's weird. Next thing I know, it's over.
Yeah. And then you're like, is this just that same dude who's just been sitting there? He laughs at anything.
Right.
Really
right. No,
funny.
but listen, you might not hear the laughs. But if there was no laughs, you would hear that for fucking sure, dude. You would for sure hear no laughs.
Feel that.
People, there was a point where I think people were getting up to get drinks and shit. There was a little rustling, and that threw me off. It was really quick, and you guys might not even notice, and no one else might notice. But I was talking, and I could feel that, and I'm like, and like part of you just wants to be like, shut the fuck up and sit down.
Yeah, but you don't want to lose them either.
But then, then you lose your track. Like, what the fuck you're talking about?
Like that one dude who said you can't cheat on your bartender, and it was supposed to be your barber. And
he threw me for a loop. Yeah. Then I said bartender, and he said bar. Like I was like, will you just shut the fuck up?
You know, like people will tell you whether it's good or bad. If people stick around and hang out and have fun, it's good. If people run out the fucking door, you know what I mean? Like,
right?
You know, it wasn't nothing worth.
Or when the lights come up, if there's half the people there when it started,
and everybody's
then
at the bar or something like that.
Yeah, you know, it was a bad show.
Yeah, I think it was good. We didn't like let it run too long.
No, that's the key.
Like my piss meter was starting to hit, but like I wasn't like at redlining yet.
It's really hard to do because there's no breaks. So, like, here we get the breaks, we can regroup, we can talk about what we're going to talk about. We don't talk a lot about it, but you just get a second to, like, refocus. There, it's just like boom, 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 boom,
like,
boom,
like
boom.
you said, you just get to run and take a fucking piss for a second sometimes.
Right,
That's
just
all
like
you need.
a regroup. But, yeah, not there. But, like, it went good. There was, I feel like there was a good amount of DVE, people that heard us on DVE there. So I thought that was awesome. We got to
absolutely
keep doing that because that's definitely helping. There was a family of 4 there.
Yeah.
So, Z-Bird, you talked to them more. I came over, like, a little late. So it was a mom, I think a husband, and 2 sons?
There were 2 sons that were, like, in their early 20s.
Extremely normal. They seem very normal, nice people. They heard us on DVE. Did they hear any of the podcast?
No. So the mom heard it. The mom heard us on DVE when we did the Christmas party. Heard we had tickets, decided to buy tickets for the family to go do this. And then, like, they came, and, like, I really wanted to talk to them to see how they liked it. But, like, I more understood with them, like, why if they didn't know anyone there and it was the first time being around. But they didn't leave. Like, they were there because I, like, seen them. So it wasn't like they got up and left. Like, I wanted to hear their point of view. Like,
yeah, I'd be interested to see what they thought because DVE, I mean, it's the way we are on DVE is similar to how we are here. But, like, even on here, but a live show, we really let it fly, dude. We don't hold too much back there. So, I mean, we talk about wild shit. So, I don't know, if I was sitting there with my mom and my dad and, like, you know, I'm talking about, like, eating my old lady's box and my dog, like, riding my back.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little uncomfy moment, you know? But
listen, since the live show, I've been saying my old lady's box.
Dude, my old lady,
it's going out of style.
I like that story. Like, wasn't really much of a story, but I just had to work it in so I could just say I was eating my old lady's box.
Yeah, munching.
Yeah, munching my old lady's box.
That's timeless.
That's
Dude,
gold.
it's just such a, like, an old man, great, and like she was there, so I could embarrass the shit out of her. It was
never
perfect. No.
Who called her Laney?
Kenny
did.
Kenny was like, tell Laney, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. It was, I can't, that's the problem with that shit. Like, I can't remember, like, what happens. But it was definitely Kenny that did that, but I don't remember, like, what it was in reference to. But it was funny. Yeah, the yell-outs, dude, when Kenny can yell out anytime he wants. Kenny, like, gave us awards at the end of the show. It was great.
Great hats. Very thoughtful.
Yeah, really good hats. Yeah, GFP Santa hats because it was the Christmas Spectacular. Some dude came up to me like, man, you still got to work on that sweating. And I'm like, yeah, man, nice to meet you.
Dude, I tell you what, I didn't notice, and then somebody posted a picture, and I looked, I'm like, holy shit.
I didn't even see any pictures. It's bad.
I mean, you sweated profusely on your
You're like,
armpit.
so Jack, the old Botox ain't working, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
I need to take another route. Just like stuff paper towels in there or something.
Yeah.
He's stuffing his bra.
Dude, like, I don't know. When I get the nerves get going a little bit, and it's a floodgate.
Did you drink any before?
I did. I barely. It was almost like not even worth it. I did like a shot and drank a double Tito's and water.
I know you were like, when everybody goes sit down, then I'll have a shot. But,
yeah,
but this time it was much more quicker than last time.
Yeah.
When we had time by ourselves.
Everybody was trying to, like, buy us drinks and shots in the beginning. And I'm like, dude, I gotta keep my head straight here. It's a lot of talking.
I think they think we get fucked up in here all the time.
Well, yeah.
Shuley's
gets fucked up in here all the time. Shuley, you want to tell the audience what you dabbled in earlier today?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Miller High Life.
Well, Shuley comes here and drinks 3 beers, but the wild card is what Shuley drank before I pick him up.
Or smoked.
Or did.
Oh, you guys are hilarious.
But yeah, I don't expect the anybody in that family to give us a call next week. But if you did, if you do listen, if you want to give us a call and give us an update of, like, what you your kids, your mom, your dad, what anybody thought. Because I feel like the dad was a little like apprehensive because he was like, so like, what is this about? You know what I mean? And
Fucking dogs.
I was like, yeah, it's like DVE kind of ish. I don't know, buddy. Buckle up, dude. It's gonna be about.
Bauman told
Can
people,
I buy you a drink?
Yeah, it's how you guys
does
are on
say
the show, but without a filter. So.
Yeah, he says that every time we were on. He was like, this. Imagine them. Just like you just said, unfiltered, and that's pretty much what it is.
Well, it was cool. Croft came and the producer
Joe
from
Rashecki.
he came.
I called him Joe Grosh. That's what his name. I was like, you're the dude from Cincinnati, right? So you haven't listened to the show in 5 years. I'm like, dude.
That was Slack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
fucked that up, John.
But I do listen to DV.
Yeah.
He loved us. I seen him right before he left. He was like, dude, he's like, that shit was funny as hell.
Oh, them dudes hung out late. They were there till
It was
Yeah.
the after show. It was cool. The last time we like chilled in that green room, or at least like we did, and I really did. I chilled in like that green room for a long time because I thought like talking to people before the show would like fuck me up a little bit. But this time we didn't go over it at all, and we just talked to anybody, and I felt like that was kind of better. Because it
butters you up a little bit.
You up,
yeah.
and then you see where everybody's there. But the after show, dude, everybody that was really hanging out late, like they weren't feeling any pain at all.
Yeah.
And it was getting like dudes were talking like they were like smelling heads and stuff like that. It was getting a little like I wonder what her head smells like. I'm like, dude, okay, I'm gonna grab my table and get out of here.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
You brought that up.
It was something. Z-Bird, how's the OnlyFans going? You want to? So Z-Bird started an OnlyFans the night of the live show.
Yeah, it's live now. Like what I'm actually up. You can subscribe to me on OnlyFans. It's called Z-Bird, the chore guy, and then it's just right now. It only has like it's me, my profile picture. I'm shoveling snow with no shirt on, and then in the back, I think I'm mopping with like my shirt pulled up around, you know what I mean, like with
a little tie job,
with a tie job in the chest. More content to come. Right now, you have to fill out so many fucking forms for OnlyFans. It's not like
it's like a 1099. Like it's like it's like applying for a job almost.
It's like you got the job and now you got to tell us your bank information, all this.
They're doing a background check on you.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So like that, I've been slacking on that, but you can't subscribe to me. We're up to 1 subscriber, so I mean that's pretty decent.
Can you see who the subscriber is?
I didn't look. I could.
Look,
I guess.
Yeah. So your idea?
So you don't know who the subscriber is?
I didn't.
We gotta find out.
I got notified. I will. I don't have my fucking phone with me.
That's all right. We'll get them next week. Maybe we'll get 4 or 5 subscribers.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna take like you doing like so as soon as we got to the live show, Z-Bird's like, dude, you gotta take a picture of me like doing a naughty chore. So like that's what he's just gonna go around like doing naughty chores and like he like popped his ass out and he's like wiping the table down and I'm like taking a picture. Luckily there wasn't a lot of people there yet because it would have been a weird scene to walk into. But yeah, I mean I don't know. I feel like there's an avenue for naughty chores.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be cruising right down it.
It's a niche market there.
Yeah.
So if you're in the naughty chores, subscribe.
Yeah, give you something to flick the bean to.
What's the what does the lady think about the OnlyFans and the naughty chores?
She could do without it, but she's not my one fan. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
She's not my one fan. Had many questions for me about it.
Like when's the dick gonna get involved? When's the jerking off gonna get involved? All kinds of weird
until you
shit.
start cashing checks, and then she won't care.
Right.
She asked right away. She said, "So you're saying you wouldn't?" No, I wouldn't show my dick. What if someone offered you $1 million?
Well, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, and she, what about like 50? I'm like, I'm not gonna show my dick. Like it's just funny. It's for laughs. Who's gonna pay $50 to see my dick?
We just had this conversation.
not-
I'll show everybody here my dick for $5 a piece.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if we're partying.
Now, does that $5 need to be paid today? Or can
No, you can pay me for the Tuesday for the dick today.
Let me see that little aardvark. Pull it out on the show.
The Steelers got bumped by Joe Flacco. That was everything was going good, man. The Jets just jetsed it up. That was tough.
So yeah, like I acted like I didn't care because I really didn't think I did. And
Yeah.
then when the Steelers are up and you see everything
starting to fall into
then
place.
you're like, it's 6-6.
Yeah.
And then it's the end of the
The
game.
defense is playing good. The line's playing
Dude,
good.
fucking
Like,
Kenny Pickett
Pickens
finally looked like a real quarterback.
Dude, Pickens is making crazy.
Pickens is
a fucking
he's the man.
animal.
He's throwing him
dude.
the ball anytime. He's
Every
not covered.
time, dude.
Now Deontay Johnson, I could do without.
He had a tweet today, like it was very vague. It was something like, shit's about to happen, stuff's about to happen. Stay tuned. Like, yeah, some Deontay Johnson.
Good. I hope something happens to your hands where you can actually catch the fucking ball.
We just signed him for 3 years, right?
Right. That's what I gave him 2.
That's it?
Maybe 3, including
maybe
last
the
year.
Extension, yeah.
Yeah, so and it was pretty significant. It wasn't crazy. They didn't give away the farm, but it was a decent deal.
But they had to sign him to keep him happy.
He could be released.
He's a bum.
He got some guarantee money.
It wasn't who
has to go.
You don't release him, though.
No, but
you can't afford to.
I don't. Dude,
you could trade him.
You could trade him, and
who's gonna want him?
I'm just saying, you can't be that mouthy and drop the ball that much.
We got a number one. We got a number 1 draft pick.
I understand that,
dude.
But everybody else saw him
is
not
up and coming.
as well.
We forgot all about that kid Austin.
Yeah, he was hurt though.
all year.
Oh yeah,
but then he steps in next year.
Yeah,
Sims makes some plays. Go
I
get
like
somebody.
Sims.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, that end around was sweet.
Yeah, better than giving it to the old
Gunner.
Gunner.
Johnny, you know what I was thinking
Tomlin
about?
loves a white boy, dude. He loves keeping a white boy around.
He wants like a Wes Welker so bad, but he can't find one.
No, they don't grow on trees. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not a dime a dozen. But speaking of white boys, dude, they have to re-sign Robert Spillane as an inside linebacker.
Is he a free agent?
He's an unrestricted free agent. We got Miles Jack for 1 more year, and
this is
Devin Bush.
Devin Bush is gone.
He should be cut.
Well, he's done.
He's done. They're not going to resign him.
They didn't take his option or whatever.
Yeah.
But they said Robert Spillane is a fucking commodity that needs to be re-signed. What do you think about that, Jackson?
I think you'd probably draft a linebacker a little later in the draft and see what you get.
There's no. I mean, if
what was that dude's name? Robinson. He was playing okay. He wasn't playing great.
Well, he was. He was playing. You know,
I don't think Spillane makes a ton of money, and he probably
sure he doesn't.
He's probably not going to ask for a bunch.
Listen, I goof on Spillane, but like he is what
solid.
he is. Yeah, he's solid. He's solid.
better than Devin Bush.
He's better than Devin Bush. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
The Steelers CPR celebration.
That was
untimely.
Uh-uh.
I know they've done it in the past.
Yeah, but
that doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, a little tone deaf.
Have they done it in the past?
Yeah.
A little bit tone deaf.
Other teams have done it also.
Since he did it as well this week.
Did they?
I think so, unless it was an old pitcher.
I
don't know. Did they? That'd be crazy.
The Cincy did the crazy thing where they were basically talking shit on the whole playoff coin toss. Whenever Joe Mixon scored, he did this like dance, pulled out a coin, flipped it in the air, and then danced on the coin. I was like, okay, Joe.
Yeah, the CPR shit was a real bad look. And I know it's like the heat of the moment and you're celebrating and you probably like you're not really thinking about it, especially if you've done it in the past, but like
you've practiced 100.
I know they did it to Highsmith.
Was on the ground. You really couldn't tell who was pumping.
But he got up pretty quick. Like I think he realized.
Yeah. Like, whoa. But yeah, they got crushed for that. But it is. I mean, they kind of deserved to get crushed for it. It was fucking real dumb. But yeah, so like the Dolphins like lost the pick, so we pretty much got a first-round pick for Claypool, which is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
He is. I mean, he's such a joke.
He's a gem. Perfect. I'm so glad that happened. It's the best thing they could ever done.
It really is.
And how about
Houston?
The dude from Houston kicking the field goal to win the game.
Well, he knew he was getting canned. Lovie Smith. He was like, "Fuck you! You're gonna fire me."
Well, now some people are saying that's why they fired him, but
nah, I think he knew the writing on the wall. Yeah.
Fuck it, go out winning.
Yeah, you're gonna fire me. You're gonna get a number 1 pick. See ya.
See you later.
Might get picked up by the Steelers. They might have a spot for him here.
That's such a like tough spot to be in, dude. Because the Miami like lost those picks because of like tanking.
Yeah.
So like if you have the opportunity to win a game, like how I guess you could go for it, but like you could probably tank. There's a way to tank that without it looking like you're really tanking. But yeah, the Steelers got pretty much a first-round pick because of for Chase Claypool. So that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Get a couple of linemen and call it a
Did you see the picture of the coaches, the Jets and the Dolphins coach looked like they were like kissing?
No.
You didn't see the picture of it?
Where were you seeing this at?
I don't know. So they must have been like deep conversation, but the angle that the picture's taken, it looks like, first of all, the coach from the fucking Dolphins looks like Logic.
Yep.
The rapper, 100%.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's like kissing. He's like looking up to Salah and like kissing him in his mouth, dude.
You think they were friendship?
I don't know, man. I hope so.
That's kind of hot.
He's on that shit again.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, the pictures
These
out
things
there.
are kicking
They're
in.
kicking in, my. Oh no, where I'm at. These dudes are kissing each other.
Buckle up, everybody.
Shuley's making stuff up in his head again.
Shuley's on the Steel Phantom by himself.
Right. So the picture kind of looked like it, but they obviously weren't kissing. Okay, I got you.
They were hugging.
What?
Later kissing.
National championship last night was fucking horrendous.
Horrible.
What would it end up being? Like fucking
65 to
62-7 or some shit?
62-7.
It was brutal, man.
Especially when you take the fucking TCU plus 25 and you still lose your bet.
I mean,
Yeah.
who ever thought? I mean, no. I'll be honest. Like, I didn't really have nothing on the game, but like, I never thought, and I kind of thought Georgia would blow them out. Here's why: because everything I read was hyping up TCU, and when that happens, it's always like, but dude, it didn't even make sense because Michigan beat Ohio State. Ohio State almost beat Georgia. You know what I mean? TCU beat. It was like it should have been a good game.
Right, but so did you watch any of it?
I watched
it wasn't
Okay, so
competitive.
at the beginning, it was like 10-0. Then they run down and they're like, boom, they scored quick.
It's 10-7.
Obviously, that was a
10-7.
busted fucking coverage. But after that, I'm like, okay, maybe this bet's gonna pay off because it was like a 75-team parlay, like Michael taught me. It didn't.
Yeah, I like always remember the national championship, like me being annoyed that it starts so late. So like in my head, I was thinking it probably started at 8:30.
I came into it late.
And
7:30
so,
started,
it started. I turned the TV on at 7:30. I was to sit down and get my bets in, and it was like the first. It was kickoff. I was like, motherfucker.
Well, dude, I turned on like the second quarter. I'm like, oh, this is a wrap. And then it was like 3 minutes in the second quarter. Georgia scores a touchdown. I'm like, they're going to go in half with that. Click back, click on. Georgia got the ball again.
Yeah.
At the 30. Yeah, I'm like, oh.
There was nothing that the Kirk Herbstreit could do to make
Brutal.
That's all he kept saying was, "This is brutal."
Yeah, like I gotta
This
talk
is,
about this fucking game. Like
this
this
is
nuts.
brutal.
How bad did you feel for Duggan or whatever their quarterback was? There was nothing. He couldn't
Yeah.
hand the ball. If he couldn't throw the ball, he couldn't
Every
even
play
pretend.
that worked all year for them, like
I just felt
wasn't
terrible for
working.
the whole team. Like, dude, can you 10-run roll this?
The Georgia players were eating chicken wings like on the sideline. They
Yeah,
like went
that
up
was
to
brutal.
they went up to like the fans. Like, they were in like the fancy boxes. They had like fucking all these wings and shit. They were eating like plates
So were
of
they
wings
playing
and shit.
like backups? To
Oh
Jimmy?
yeah. They were.
Like,
They
here,
were
get
in-
in-
fourth-
get in
third-
this
get
national
in the
Jimmy.
national championship. Absolutely.
Well, the one dude, the rookie dude, he scored a touchdown. He rushed for a touchdown.
Dude, I mean, their backups are amazing.
Right.
They'd start on most.
Dude, you
teams.
hear his pregame speech?
Who's?
Yeah.
Georgia's
What's his
coach.
name? Kirby
Kirby
Smart.
Smart.
Yeah.
Kirby Smart. Yeah.
We'll get the blood boiling. He was just talking some
hype shit.
yeah, just bringing a dog out,
Swearing.
swearing, telling him to go fuck him up. Like,
Yeah.
don't be scared of shit.
TCU was. They were trying to say they got that frog in them.
They got that frog in it.
and it didn't work, dude. It didn't
They
work.
just licked that toad.
Shuley's licking toads. he
I'm
licked that.
on that toad tonight.
Shuley's going off that dooney.
Laney's missing a toenail, and I think we have to get divorced. She had like her and her friend were dancing a while ago, and like fucking her friend stepped on her toe, had a black toenail, fell off, and now like she's walking around with no toenail, and I think we have to get
You
divorced.
told her to put a pair of
Does it
socks
look
on.
like
Dude,
my
like,
foot,
dude,
dude?
yeah, she'll have her dogs out. I'm like, dude, cover them dogs up.
She's like, will you rub my feet?
Put
Like,
a
no.
Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
Put out of respect.
Put a
Like,
wig on, bitch.
Let's go get that thing tattooed or something.
Yeah,
Is
whatever
that
I need
thing
to
gone?
do.
That thing's not gone forever, right?
No,
No,
it
it'll
grows
come
back.
back.
It's like
Listen, when
it's
it grows back, it's gonna be gross.
I've
She
lost
can have
it.
a corn. She can have like a unicorn fucking toenail.
A unicorn toenail. That'd be. I mean, it's but some type of toenail, some type of coverage. I'll take.
What's it, just all red?
Yeah, just rough.
Sad looking.
A busted up little piggy.
Busted up piggy.
That's gross.
Yeah, she gonna cover the.
Which piggy is
The
it?
big
The big dog.
I'm thinking it was the
That's
little
looking
one.
like
Oh.
Shirley's fucking missing toe.
The big dog gotta eat and it ain't.
Are you like
Starving.
a toe guy? Like
Not
you
at
suck
all.
on the toes and shit?
No.
Ain't sucking on that one.
No,
That
never.
might be good now to suck on with no nail.
That's it.
Won't cut the inside of your mouth.
We'll cut your.
It's like a dick. It's like a
Sucking on
it's like
Leanie's
a
dick.
It's like a bloody dick.
Oh, is this so? Is it scab?
Like
Till?
that dog.
Yeah. What?
that's gross.
Man, are you guys? Yeah, I was never. I mean, I guess I don't know. You guys sucking toes?
I was never a toe guy.
I don't understand that at all.
I have a set, and they ain't the most pleasant things. I'm not sucking on anybody else's. Dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't want somebody sucking on mine.
Yeah.
Nah.
I prefer
You're
not to suck on
disgraceful.
yours.
I got high arches. Want to be good for business? Let me I could choke a bitch with my. That's how long my toes are.
You're gagging bitches.
You got them go-go gadget
I got
toes.
finger toes, man. Yeah, I can fucking touch. If I let you take these shoes off, they'll touch that door.
Dude, you're giving
braid
Laney a hard
eagle
time
tits
for
is
some
good.
news now.
Oh yeah,
You can braid Larry's hair from here. Near eagle tits.
He'll be knitting a sweater with his toes.
Eagle tits will have cornrows with his 3 stubbles.
In his beard.
Yeah.
Z-Bird made some pepperoni bread this weekend,
You put this on
and it looked like shit.
What's going on
What's
with
he
you,
like?
dude?
You're having a hard time with this pepperoni bread.
Is this their second
It's like
try?
he's putting it through the ringer.
Yeah, I tried it. So
It was,
what?
you know what? It actually didn't look bad.
Did it taste good?
It looked. It more
No.
like it didn't taste good. No.
No, what happened was like I had the temperature too high, so fucking it cooked the outside real quick, but the inside was still all done.
It almost looked like more
yeah.
like a calzone than anything.
I know, and I didn't do it right.
Did you roll it or did you fold it?
I rolled it. Like it was like it was a doobie, and it
I
had
think
like
it might have been too much cheese. It looked super duper cheesy.
You gotta go low and
This is
slow.
Z-Bird we're
oh
talking
yeah,
about.
I'm heavy on the cheese, but yeah, I didn't think you were gonna bring this up. I showed that was a private message between us.
Well, I got news for you, buddy. There's no private messages in that text
So
thread.
I was like proud of it because the outside looked good.
It
You
looked
really-
good. It looked like a good start, and then you just sent me like a fucking melted piece of dough, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
But I thought it would probably. I was like, yeah, it probably tastes good. It didn't taste good. Huh?
No, because the
No,
dough.
you get worms from
So
that
I had to
shit.
put it back in
Yeah,
on a
you have
low ass
to.
temperature and cook it for another hour.
Oh wow, yeah, dude. Calzones take forever. You got,
45 minutes.
Yeah,
Easy
I used to be a
45.
big Napoli calzone guy, and I'd be there like for an hour waiting for that thing to
Yeah,
cook.
you got to call ahead.
You gotta call
Come
ahead on that
Jack.
bad
For a
boy.
calzone, or a Sicilian pizza, yeah, it's a 2 thing.
You ever go to a restaurant, someone they're like, "I'll take a calzone." Like, dude, we're gonna be here for fucking ever. Like,
Right.
what are you talking about?
Chicago, if you go to order like a deep dish, they'll take it at the hostess stand. They'll take your order and they'll fire it up, and then by the time you sit down
That's
and you wait a
respectful.
little bit, like
It's
you're
ready to
you're
rock.
waiting like 20 minutes instead of like the hour that it takes.
What's
Yeah.
I think I would like. I've never had real Chicago style, but I think I would love it. How'd you like it?
I liked it. It's a good switch up. I mean, thin pizza's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like it's cool. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's nice to go
no,
to
I
and
don't
check
even
it out.
like. It's not even so much pizza in the
Yeah,
sense that we think of pizza. That's more like a fucking like
Fork
a
and a knife thing?
casserole.
it's a
Yeah,
fork and knife.
it's definitely
thing
a
for
fork and
sure.
knife thing, yeah.
It's so much cheese.
It's a
but It's
casserole.
like it's good. It's
Oh,
just
it's delicious.
yeah, but it's a lot. I mean, you're not getting past 2 slices. And
If
2 slices, I feel like it's a lot.
Aunt Jill, if you're listening this week, everyone was talking about your pepperoni bread.
She
we
put
talk
something
on
on
Facebook.
YouTube.
She did. No, she said something on Facebook. She was gonna fire some
Okay,
up for
yeah,
us.
fire a recipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe just the recipe.
Yeah, let me try it on my own one more time.
Oh, well, now it's like a thing.
Yeah, I have to.
You got to figure this
You gotta
out.
see the progress.
And then
Yeah.
I'll do
Or
it on
lack of.
OnlyFans with no shirt.
There you
Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
make it,
make
yeah, make it
pepperoni
pepperoni
rolls.
bread.
Yeah, I mean, you can do naughty chores, naughty recipes.
No, yeah, it's a whole world of
Yeah.
naughty.
Yeah,
Just an apron.
but it got to be naughty.
It has to be. It will
Yeah.
be.
You
I
get
can
like
do
one
naughty.
of those aprons where you look like you got like your dicks out in them. You know what I mean?
Like
No,
you're
the
shredded
apron,
baby.
but like your ass hanging out like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? That's your little turd cutter while you're rolling the dough.
God
Yeah.
bless the chef.
I'll put on some spandex. Get real fucking weird. Have Shuley come over and fucking he's on the moon. He'll just fucking narrate the whole thing.
Be on there like pinching your nipples, getting
Yeah,
everybody all wound up.
Shuley be like, this is how you go
You
get
ain't
the dough.
doing it right.
You go get the dough flattened out.
Mike will be naked. I'll be like, so you guys see Mike naked?
Dude, you had a really weird nipple pinching story at the live show.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it up. So I was I've never told this story on the pod. I've never told it on stage. Only told it at the live show, probably to my friends. When I was living in Washington County, I would hang out with this one dude. We always partied together, and he had some stuff to do. But he was like, "Hey, I'll drop you off over at my buddy's place. They're getting a bunch of party supplies. You can hang out there. I'll come back and get you later. I'm meeting up with my friend." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't have a ton of cash." He's like, "I'm fronting these dudes, so you're in for the night for the long haul." I'm like, "Oh, you're the man. Thanks, George." So anyway, he takes me over there, drops me off. It's a trailer park. It's weird. There's like 6 dudes in the trailer. It was like kind of warm in the trailer, but not real warm. I don't know these dudes, and we're doing drugs like hard drugs. Like, we weren't sniffing cocaine. I'll just leave it at that, but we were doing it. So we were whacked out of our minds. When you do cocaine, like, intravenously, like, you get to a new level of fucked upness where, like, you're, like, questioning reality. So, like, you're constantly peeking out the window and, like, you're, like, doing weird shit. So the one dude takes his shirt off, and he's a bigger dude, and he's, like, twerking his nipple. The weird thing is, like, when you're that coked up, it's like, oh, this is weird, but I don't know. It's not that weird. So dude's twerking his nipple, and then he just leaves. He's gone for, like, 30 seconds. He comes back and says, man, I need that porno. They had, like, one porno they all shared at the trailer park.
DVD?
Yeah. So DVD.
I thought you were going to say VHS.
No, I wasn't that. No, I was, like, probably, like, 12, probably, like, 15, 14 years ago. So dude takes porno, goes hammers himself. I mean, obviously I knew what he was doing. I'm like, what's going on? Like, dude, every time he shoots coke, he like does this thing with his nipples and jerks off. Like, but he pays for it. So like, we were, what are we gonna do?
It is what it is.
Yeah, so we're
dude,
like,
but like, wonder why he had to do like the nipple stuff in front of you guys. Why couldn't he just like grab the porno and excuse himself and then go do the nipple stuff and jerk off and come back?
That was part of like the excitement for him.
He wanted you guys to watch. Like,
he didn't like do it like, hey, look at my nipple, but he'd be like, his jaw would be locked, and he'd be like, yeah.
That's part of the
Every
kink.
time he'd get high.
I don't like that at all.
So, neither did I, but I loved cocaine. So I just figured, let's wait this out. So he comes back not long later, all sweaty and shit. I'm like, everyone knows he jerked off. We're still getting high. There's tons of drugs there. I'm not leaving. This nipple dude ain't freaking me out. Well, he proceeds to do it two more times.
Ain't scaring me away.
And then, like, finally, it's like morning. And the drugs are running scarce. Because at one point, we thought we were never going to run out of drugs. But, like, you realize, like, a quarter ounce will only get you so far. And it was gone. I'm like, where the fuck is George? And luckily, like, fucking George pulled up, like, you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah. Truth be told, if there was still cocaine there, I would have hung out with dude. He could have jerked off and rubbed his nipples 30 more times. I didn't really give a shit. But I just thought it was the weirdest thing that I ever seen.
So you said he got 3 in one night?
He jerked off 3 times.
That's a lot, dude.
Dude, every time he would do it, he would, like, get like this. He would throw projectile vomit into a toilet. They would come sit down, clench his jaw, just, like, rub his nipple. Like,
he had to be very well hydrated.
No,
for all the jacking off and throwing up he's doing.
I mean, we were drinking, too. I mean, it was just, I mean, not that that meant anything, but, like, dude, part of his getting off was definitely doing his nipple in front of us.
Because it got him all wound up, man.
Yeah, and he was, like, doing something naughty in front of us.
Yeah.
Do you think he has OnlyFans right now?
Ain't no way that dude's alive still. No fucking way, dude. The way that dude was going that night.
He twisted his nipples to death.
He might not made it till the afternoon. I thought he was going to have a heart attack the second time he came back in because he was so fucking red. He kind of like looked like eagle tits. Like his bald head was so fucking red. I'm like, this dude's going to stroke out.
When he came back in, was he like fully clothed and like normal? Well, not obviously not normal, but like kind of normal again?
Yeah, he was.
Or he come back in like nothing happened, like, hey, boys, what I miss?
No, he came back in and just like, here's the other weird thing. Every time he come back in, he put the porno back on the TV stand.
Bro, just leave it where it's at.
Yeah, you know you're gonna take it again.
Yeah, right.
So then when he
was in and out with the
porno, and no one could really say nothing because he was like the one dude there that was like gonna pay for all this. Like, so I guess he liked to like buy a bunch of drugs, rub his nipples, get his boys all hot up, and then go in another trailer and jerk off.
Maybe that's what he liked, that he controlled the fucking tempo of everything because he was providing everybody's drugs. Like, guess what? I'm gonna play my nipples in front of you, then I'm gonna take the porno that
whether
we all
you like
use,
it or not.
But I'm gonna go jerk off, come back, and you're all gonna sit here and do drugs with
I
me.
don't hate it.
I was like, I asked him,
it's a power play right there.
And dudes were like, they were like, I was like, does he do this every time? They were like, no, only when he has a bunch of money. So I'm like, well, okay, how often's that? You know?
Well, yeah, because if you're not paying for the drugs, now you're the weirdo playing with your nipples and jerking off. When you're paying for the drugs, you're the guy paying for the drugs.
You're the king of the room.
Yeah, you're the king of the
throne.
Yeah, you're on the throne. You could rub your nipples all fucking night and jerk off. But like, he wasn't jerking off in front of us. That I couldn't have handled. I'd be like, this is too much.
Yeah. Speaking of jerking off, they put me on a hype reel at aerobics class. So, they do these little like fucking like a hype reel. Like they show everybody working out, doing their little thing. I was on there on the row machine, looking hot. You know what I mean? I'm fucking just pulling
like
back.
You were sweating like crazy.
A little bit of everything, Johnny. You know what I mean? I was looking a little sexy, fucking pulling it back. It was real
Did you have a
quick.
sleeveless shirt on, sleeveless spandex?
No, dude, it is. it is such a jump to go sleeveless, especially at our age. Like, back in the day, it was what it was. But, like, for me to go sleeveless at 40, I don't.
It takes balls.
It takes, like, I don't
You
know.
gotta have some major
You
pipe.
better be shredded,
Yeah,
dude.
and, there's a couple sleeveless dude. Like, there was a dude in there a couple weeks ago had no business sleeveless, and I'm like,
You don't want to be
this
that
is
guy.
why, like, I don't think I ever could go sleeveless ever
Did
again.
he have the hairy shoulders?
I didn't get
That's
that close.
so
I'm sure he
gross,
did, but he
dude.
just like, yeah.
You're saying that's a young man's game?
I think it is
It
because,
is.
like, dude, I do have hairy shoulders. Like, dude, like, I gotta like knock it
Right,
down.
but if you got straight arms too, like you can't go
Yeah,
sleeveless. Dude. You need
yeah.
some definition, dude, or just you
yeah,
have no
well,
business.
my arms aren't bad, but like, I don't know. It's like you said, John. It's a young man's game. Like, when's the last time anybody had a sleeveless shirt
Dude,
on?
the best
home.
Dino story is like we like all worked out one summer. He's like, dude, Carlo worked out for 1 week and cut all his sleeves off his shirt. Dude, look at it.
No,
He did too.
no, the
Yeah.
best, Dino would be sitting in the car. We wait for Carly to be like, watch, I bet Fat Stuff comes out with his sleeveless shirt on. And he would, and he'd have his shirt, his like dress shirt over his shoulder every time, dude.
But
Sleeveless.
It would too.
before they put me on this hype reel, I had to go to the. So you come in, it's a very narrow hallway. There's 25 people at least, or there's 25 people in the class. And to get where you have to change at, everybody's changing together. You know, no one's getting naked or anything like that, but you're taking your shoes off, you're changing shoes, you're not allowed to wear the same shoes, taking your pants off, blah, blah, blah. You need some space, and there's not much space, and the bathrooms are right there. So I came in, like, leaving, like, work, coming down, and say, oh, man, I got to blow it up. Fly down there, tried to get there early enough where, like, not everybody was there. Not the case.
Is this
So
a unisex shitter?
It's not. It kind of is, dude. When it's full, it is. They have a men's and a women's, but like I never go in the women's side, but girls will come to the guys' side because they don't give a fuck.
That's risque.
It is risque, but so I was fuck. I gotta blow it up, and you could hear everybody like talking like right there, you know, like,
And
there.
you're just
And
steaming it.
I am just like, you know, I don't, you know, my colon situation, and
Yeah.
dude, it's coming out.
Very airy.
And it's muddy, and it's just like I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be a problem, man. So like, it's time to like wipe, and I grab the toilet paper. I'm not paying attention to the toilet paper, and I go for the first wipe, and it just splits immediately. It's one ply, and like my whole finger is covered in poo,
Agent 00 poop finger.
dude. And like it is an absurd amount of poo, and I was like kind of like sweaty because like I had to hurry up, and like I stretched a little bit, yeah, and like dude, so like I like tried to like wipe it off, but I couldn't. So like I'm like
You just
I'm doing the
smear.
best I can. So I got like my poo, I got like some of the poo off my finger, but like you said, it got all smeared up. So I got like my poo finger in my hand, and I'm trying
Like
to
a
wipe.
foam finger.
Yeah,
Over the air.
and I'm
Number one.
and I'm trying to wipe with my other hand, and I'm like, dude, what a pickle this is. But you know, the
There's
door.
no way you did a good job with that left hand either with one
Well,
ply.
listen. So like I did what I could do, but then fucking someone opens the fucking door and this chick walks in. I got one fucking finger up in the fucking air, dude, and it was just
You're holding a brownie
dude,
up.
I just got a turd signal just fucking up in the air trying to wipe, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like moving it around, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy. But it was
Then she was your partner at aerobics.
it was very embarrassing.
Jack got a Whitman sampler on his finger.
Dude, and then but John, to your point, I got to the sink, washed up, went back, and like
Redid it.
Yeah, did a
Follow up.
Yeah, a little rewipe. Sometimes
Yeah.
you got to go in for
Yeah,
a little rewipe. But yeah, it was a messy situation, man. Dude, pooping
dude.
situations can get you jammed up, dude.
Yeah.
Especially when you shit a melted
That's a great
fudge
That's
sickle.
a
Yeah.
great story,
It
dude.
You're
is.
smearing it around. You're not cleaning
Yeah, you're like
anything up.
you're literally just.
You're not helping anybody here.
Nah, it's a messy mess. And
What was her
one-
reaction to the poop finger?
I don't know. She was
Give
like,
him a high
oh,
five.
and I was like, but like, it was so fast. Like you don't know. You would never think that you saw what you saw.
Well, she deserved it for crossing that line into the men's room.
It's a very like janky like lock too. It's like one of those ones you like flip up and it like.
Yeah.
Wait. She didn't just walk into the men's room. She walked into the stall.
It's not a stall. It's just it's just an open shitter.
Oh, so there's
It's
only
a-
one toilet.
It's one
so she
open
might have walked in,
shitter.
oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
that
she-
just changed the whole ball game.
Yeah,
here.
no, yeah, it's an open shitter. There's a urinal and then a shitter. No wall, like no barrier. So I'm sitting there, I was like,
man.
oh, but like you know, it
You're
was
like, no.
it was quick. So it was a mess.
My mama told me
It was a
better
mess,
wipe around.
to say the least. But you gotta. These stories happen, and you have a podcast. You gotta tell them.
You gotta let him fly.
Bring your
man.
A game.
Like
Yeah.
nipple twisting and shit finger.
All right, Larry, what do we got?
Hey, fellas, Jason Outerbanks here. I got a gear grinder for you. I don't mind going to the store. My wife needs something, whatever. I'll go pick it up, grab some beers for myself, whatever. Don't mind at all. I don't like it when I'm sent for some real random items. The other day was pomegranate seeds. Another day was fresh cranberries. Like, I don't know where that shit is. Like, I can take a guess, but then I'm just walking around the store looking forever. And, I'm sure as shit not going to be asking an employee about that, hey, where are your fresh cranberries, And I don't want to talk to anybody while I'm there. But I just hate that shit. If you got a random weird item, you know what? Go get it yourself. You have to know where it is because you've gotten it before. But I know, Jack got sent to go get some shallots a few months ago. Yeah, who the fuck knows what a shallot is? So, yeah, I don't know. Leanie, if you need some shallots, go get it yourself.
Amen, brother.
That's exactly right.
He's
dead
exactly
on.
right. They're like, these girls want like this weirdo hippie shit, and I don't know where to find the weirdo hippie shit, dude. I don't know. And like,
For some reason, I won't ask anybody either.
No.
I don't know why I won't.
I don't think there's
just
anybody.
won't.
There's not
I know.
anybody. There's nobody around ever.
Or like if they see me, it's like I don't want I'll look for an hour before I would ask
I will
somebody.
look for
and it
an
probably could have
hour.
taken me 5
I'll
minutes.
look for an hour and then get furious, and then not ask anybody and leave.
Yeah.
See, I'm not because growing up without a dad, I'm used to asking strangers a lot of questions. So I'll fucking, I as soon as I go into a place, could be anywhere. I'm like, where's this at?
That's
Nah,
not
see,
bad.
like I get like I
probably
feel,
better. That'd probably
yeah.
save you some trouble.
I feel
Yeah.
like I know where it should be, and I'm like, oh, if it's not here, it's there. And the next thing I know, I walk through like the shop and save 9 times, and I still don't know what I'm looking for.
You know what kills me is when you get used to where everything is, and then
They
they
move
change
on, yeah.
the whole store around.
Here's what I don't like. If I get a list, I follow the list like almost in chronological order.
Yeah.
And then if you put something out of order and I got
I
to
gotta go back to the
Yeah.
dairy? Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
And that's the thing. I'll walk.
I'll
walk.
leave.
I'll do it. No, I'll do 1,000 laps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going back and forth.
Dude, I'll do a million
Getting your
laps.
steps
People
in.
looking at me like, look
Fuck
at this
aerobics.
chump. But yeah, like fresh cranberries. What does that even mean? Like, do you need cranberries? Do you need like I'm
Can
dry?
they be
like,
frozen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
could
that
it be
is that in the
frozen? Is that not
refrigerator
frozen?
department?
Yeah,
Is it in the fruits? I don't know.
Yeah, what else? Pomegranate seeds? Like, is that a real thing? They sell them? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's,
I thought you
it
had to
must
buy the
be.
whole pomegranate or the juice.
Just bring her back to pomegranates and let her de-seed
Yeah,
it.
if I'm gonna
juice
go, let me do the basic shit and maybe be done with it. If you got to get your fancy, like I said,
Yeah,
hippie
you
stuff,
need lettuce, cucumbers, onions. I'm your guy.
right?
Anything
big,
above
big
that.
deli
I can't-
guy too. I could work it at the deli. You know what I mean? I got a good rapport.
What do you want, boar's head
good
ham?
rapport with them ladies.
Yeah,
Sold.
I went this weekend. I made some turkey bacon ranch like sliders on like some pretzel bread. They were fucking fire.
Okay,
Sounds
big.
delicious.
But
You're saying you're a better cook than Mike?
well, these came out better than this pepperoni bread. That's for sure. But I went to the deli, and like going to the deli's cool. But I got a deli guy that was no younger than 105 years old. He was. I like needed more stuff, and I was like, you know what, my man,
he was a no nonsense
I
guy,
can't-
though. Am I right?
Well, he was just like he didn't know what was going on. He didn't know. He didn't know where he was at.
That was his
you know?
Make-A-Wish.
Yeah. It literally took me probably like 15 minutes to get like a pound of turkey and like a fucking half pound of Swiss. But it was
Pound of turkey.
and
That's
then
heavy on a turkey, there, Jack.
Well, yeah, it was like one of those like you cut the Hawaiian rolls in like half and then you spread it all out. You know what I mean? Then
Okay.
you make the little sliders. But I just couldn't ask the poor guy to get me anything else. I was like, this is good, my man.
Was there a big line behind
It
you?
was
like,
starting to form.
Like they're gonna work his man into the ground
It
today.
was starting to form. And I
Like,
literally
why would
felt-
they have him here by himself in
Like,
prime time?
They had like this really good coleslaw, like that people were talking about online. I was like, oh, I'll get some of that, and like I just couldn't even. I didn't have
He
the
didn't have
heart.
the arm strength.
I didn't have the heart to ask this guy to do another thing for
He
me.
didn't have a ladle. We had like a spoonful.
Dude, he was so fucking old, and I was like, you know what, man? There's these old ladies behind me, and they're about to run you.
They're going to eat you alive,
I'm
pal.
good. I'll go get a fucking.
That's
I'll go get a
what-
tub of party mix instead.
All the old broads were like, oh, my God, is old Steve working today?
Hey, you know he's a WW1 vet.
His name was definitely like Gerald or some shit like
Yeah.
that. All right, what do we got next?
Hey, what's up, guys? Love your show. Couple things. Waterboy from Butler. One, you guys are acting like, oh, you're not making any money. And I hope you are. I hope you're like, it's a little bit of shtick to get more and, become more popular, but you guys aren't. You guys are awesome. But the gear grinder that I have is Jack. Love Jack. Number one.
Number one,
But
boys.
you were talking about if you die, you want to, be dead for 10 or 15 years. Is your life really that bad? Are you not enjoying it? It sounds like your girlfriend / wife, whatever, you have a good time. And,
bitching about this.
you should be happy. I deliver fucking water through rain and snow, but I have a wonderful wife and a wonderful daughter. So, that's all I need. You should be happy with your life, bud. And I'll come to one of your live shows and we'll talk about this.
I'll be happy when it's over.
You know what? I like this guy. I like he's a
No.
positive
Yeah,
influence
It's
on
all
Jack.
about, listen, the wife's great. The money thing is not a stick, by the way.
You don't make any money. As a matter of fact, this month we might lose money. So,
But like we didn't start this for money.
Yeah.
This is something.
Not really sure how this all happened.
Yeah, this is beyond. Yeah, 3 years of this was definitely unexpected. Yeah, the shit about me like wanting to kill myself.
Well, it wasn't so much about killing yourself. You wanted to die early.
Yeah,
Was what it was.
Yeah, I just want a sweet release. That's all.
I think the
sweet
fans, because when we all went through, whenever you weren't feeling good, everyone was crushed, and we were like, you know what I mean. And then I think that's where that comes from. People are like, man, Jack's down in the dumps, and people just don't want to.
Jack doesn't fear death anymore, dude. That's what it is.
True. He went to the other side.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to do it, so we'll be fine. But a little. I missed it allotted.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I got a gear grinder. Eric from the Mon Valley.
All right, Eric.
These cocksuckers that like to tailgate everybody. If you're in that much of a fucking hurry, leave 10 minutes early, 5 minutes early, 2 minutes early. It doesn't fucking matter. Don't fucking ride my ass, blink your fucking high beams, or fucking pass me in a no passing zone. Get your shit together. Get up early. Get to fucking work. I mean, who the fuck's in a hurry to get to work anyhow? Fucking bullshit. What do you guys think? Love the show.
I'm a cruiser. I like to cruise. I don't drive fast. But you get behind me and you start riding and I'm not a slow driver either. So like I'm gonna go a little over the speed limit, 10 miles per hour or whatever. But if you get on my ass, I don't get too worked up anymore. I get fucking furious instantly when like someone is like on my ass and like I could see them like huffing and puffing in their fucking thing.
Brake check the fuck out of you.
I pulled over on a guy a couple months ago. Like went bananas on him. The pussy wouldn't pull over. He was riding my ass. I talked about it on here. He was riding my ass on Babcock bad. And I'm like, I was going like 40 or something on Babcock. Was like, there's cops sitting down there all the fucking time. You can't fly on there.
Yeah.
And he is in a truck. And he fucking riding my ass and thought he was like a fucking tough guy. I slowed down, brake checked him, start motherfucking him. He like swerved like he was gonna like pull over. I pulled over, fucking hop out of my car, start losing it, and he fucking peels off like a cunt.
Oh, you won that
You
one.
won.
Yeah, you win, but then like you're so fired up, and
Jack,
you're like, dude.
I do think you won. They're
Yeah.
saying it sarcastically. I think
Well,
you
No,
won.
I think it's a win.
But,
You
like,
got a good punking in.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
punked
but it's like
him.
a good. But there's no like now that you just drove away and now you're on the side of the road looking like a goof. Like this dude really just get you wound up. But
Small victories, Jack. It's
I
all
don't
about
think-
small victories.
I mean, I'm sure I have tailgated someone going like 10 miles per hour and shit like that before. But I don't know. I'm just not a fast driver.
No, but there's a difference. Like now, if we're driving somewhere and you're in the left lane and you're doing fucking the same as the guy in the right lane, and I'm trying to pass you, yeah, I'm gonna get in your ass till you get the idea to get the fuck out of the way. But if I'm just riding you on a 1-lane road, then obviously I'm a piece of shit for fucking tailgating you.
Dude, we drove to the Preakness. Our boy Johnny Burns was so fucking like mad that he had to drive that he was in the left lane. He was flying. We were in this giant RV. He would just be he'd pull up people, slam on the fucking horn, and just be like, "Get out of the way!" The whole way to Baltimore. It was insane. That's the time we were on our way to Baltimore for the Preakness. We got pulled over. Me, Burns, we were all drinking, and fucking Dino was driving. Burns wasn't driving yet. Dino was driving. Me, Burns, and Davis were fucking drinking like significally, and like we were in Maryland.
But Dino was young. He was way too young.
Dino was sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like fucking, Dino was driving. Us three were drinking. We were in Maryland, so we had a fair amount of time to drink. We get pulled over. Dino wasn't old enough to be on the insurance, so it was Burns and shit. Burns had to drive. Burns like, dude, I can't drive. Like, we've been drinking, and like we were in RV, so I guess we were allowed to drink. They didn't like bust their balls about it, and they were like, well, he can't drive anymore, and we can't like let him drive anymore. So you guys have to wait until you're sober. Burns was like, can you give me a breathalyzer to see like where I'm at? And the cop was like, you really want me to give you one? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, so he gives Burns the breathalyzer. He's like, you're free to drive. He's like, what? And I'm like, I don't. He's like, I was like, I don't think so. He's like, no way. He's like, I know what they're trying to do, entrapment. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, no, I agree with you, dude. I was like, as soon as you fire this fucking RV up, they're fucking arrest you. And the dude was like, listen, idiots. Like, I'm showing it to you. It's good. I was like, that can't work.
You guys still didn't trust him.
He had to be 8 beers deep, like for real. And then fucking they were like, no, you're good to go, man. And Burns hopped behind the wheel and flew to fucking Baltimore. It was crazy.
Riding people's asses.
Beeping the horn, waving them over.
Yeah, it was fucking
They can't do nothing to me. I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably
Cop
about,
said so.
what was that, probably about 18 years ago?
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if it happened now, I don't think it would go as...
Yeah, and especially the Maryland cops have never been cool. It was
No.
like, yeah, so it was like when Burns was like entrapment. I totally agreed with them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. This is strange, but they were cool cops and they let us go and
You made it there.
we made it there and made it back.
That's great.
What's up, boys? Kenny. So, the week before Christmas, the Thursday before, I played hooky from work because you couldn't call off Friday or Monday. You know, you don't get paid for the holiday. You know what I did that Thursday? I cleaned my fucking kitchen from top to bottom. I wasn't hungover. There was really no reason to call off except to catch up because people might come over for Christmas. We were falling a little behind. I cleaned my fucking kitchen. I wasn't even, I was proud of myself for getting the kitchen done. Then, New Year's Eve, I signed up for overtime for New Year's Day because it's triple time. So New Year's Eve, I'm at the party. I stopped in to say hello to everybody. I'm telling everyone, I can't drink. I've got to work in the morning. Triple time. Everyone's like, oh, fucking right. Yeah, good job. Nobody even called me a pussy or anything for not drinking. What the fuck happened here? 41 and all responsible. There wasn't one person at that party that called me a pussy for not drinking. And I'm not even ashamed of it. I'm proud of myself for only working making triple time. What the fuck? Needless to say, Friday's the live show. I'm not working for that. I got an itch I'm going to scratch and shot there on Kenny.
Scratch he did.
Scratch he did, yeah. That's the
triple time's pretty good.
Triple time, yeah, you got to take. I mean, no, I mean we're definitely getting upper, Ken. The only problem is with like us, we're still like our friends are still like if you don't drink, you're a pussy. The only way like they don't bust your balls about not drinking if you were like you did some drugs for a long time and like you're sober,
or you got a new asshole.
No, I get pretty harassed.
Yeah,
I get pretty John's a fucking peer pressure motherfucker.
I mean, grow up, dude. You didn't have a fucking drug problem. All of a sudden, you're not going to drink.
Yeah, so there we go. He's already. So we're supposed to do something Saturday, and he's already laying the groundwork.
I just asked.
He's already laying the groundwork. But yeah, dude,
it's not going to be me peer pressuring you that day.
I know.
That's the one good thing about being a heroin addict, former heroin addict, is no one's ever says to me like, "Z-Bird, let's crack a beer,
smash a couple beers, dog."
Fuck it.
Yeah,
let's start running.
I've never heard anyone. Have you ever heard anyone say that to me in the past 7 years?
I think I'd freak out on them if they did.
Yeah.
I got your brother to drink after he hadn't drank in like a year and a half. I was like, come on, Joe, have a fucking beer.
Did
You're
you?
such a pussy. We were at Dr. Dave's, and I was like, yeah, and you're like, he hasn't drank in like a year and a half, or you just forced him to drink a beer. Well,
I think he was
I'm
keeping
good.
that a secret.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, Shirley, but whatever.
Yeah, it was after he had his stomach problems.
Oh yeah,
that was a while
yeah, it
ago.
was a long time ago. Yeah, he took
Is
he
it like
took.
the Jay-Z concert or something, maybe?
No, that was so long ago.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
yeah, I mean, Joe had the same shit. Then he shut it down for a while, and then he tried to fire it back up like I did. Then he shut it down again pretty quick. But yeah, the old the peer pressure's a motherfucker. We'll see. I'm the
Even
trap.
at 41.
Even at 40. You guys are 41. I'm 40.
Yeah, like in that case with Kenny, I just wouldn't have stopped out at that party.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. But
But
if
Kenny
you don't
went
want-
down to
if
see
you don't want peer
what
pressure,
was
you
going
just
on.
don't
you just
go.
can't go. There's no other way around it.
Thing
He was
about Ken-
testing his strength.
Yeah, well, he was feeling himself. He had done all this cleaning on Christmas. He was going out New Year's Eve. He wanted to tell everyone about the triple time, kick it for a second. Like he was the man that night, and he was bouncing.
I'm
Letting
gonna
his nuts hang.
I'm just gonna eat psychedelics on Saturday and smoke weed, and people are still gonna call me a pussy. Like
Sure.
Like that's not enough. So we'll see. All right, let's take a little break here.
All right, but we're going to take a real quick commercial break. Be right back with more Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest podcast. If you're worried about roofing, windows, siding, soffit, fascia, gutters, spouts, and need help with any of those, call Allen Construction, LLC, 412-954-8337. Whether it's a repair, replacement, they're equipped with the tools and the skills for over 65 years of experience. Remember, Allen Construction, 412-954-8337. And they're not on heroin. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just drove by your house, and your wall looks like a giant piece of shit. Well, you know that's no good, because anybody can climb up your yard and bang your old lady. That's why you need to call Just Walls, 412-889-4401. Fully insured. And when someone pulls up to your house, make sure the first thing they see is your retaining wall, or the second thing they'll see is your wife's pussy. That's 412-889-4401. Just Walls. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just drove by your house. You got a giant hole in the side. What's that for? So you can stick your dick in it and your old lady can suck it. You're better than that, man. Get that hole patched up. Why don't you call SNL Remodeling LLC? They do roofing, siding, gutters, downspout, soffit, fascia, and they'll fix that hole so your wife quits sucking everyone's dick. 412-628-9717. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. We're sick of seeing your wife sucking all that cock. Are you sick and tired of bullshit pizza? I knew I was. Thank God there's Capizzuto's Pizza on Greenfield Avenue. They've been in business for over 400 years, making some of Pittsburgh's finest pizza. 412-521-6570. Ask for Nubs and tell them Z-Bird sent you if you want the best pizza in the burg. Man, we've been getting some bad storms around here lately. Very bad. Tree actually fell through my roof. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. Luckily, I found Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service at 412-415-7331. They have over 27 years of experience, competitive pricing, and it won't break your budget. Give them a call today for all your tree-related needs. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Moneyline, who's Corn Dicking this week?
Logan Paul slaughtering pigs.
It's, Logan Paul had a pet pig named Pearl. I didn't make that up.
That's a good name for a pig.
Yeah, named her Pearl. Had her for a couple years. There's a place called St. Barnyards or something, and they go rescue animals. Well, apparently they were called to a field where there was one dead pig and one alive pig in bad shape. One of the pigs was Pearl. And they're like, Logan, what happened with this? Like, he reached out on social media now, and he's saying that he had given the pig up a couple years ago when he moved to Puerto Rico. He thought it was in good hands. Obviously, it wasn't.
Wait, so what's the matter with Pearl? I missed that.
Pearl was just left to die in this field.
So he just let Pearl go.
Well, he's saying he gave the pig to someone to like take care of, and obviously they didn't do the job of taking care of the pig. this on top of the crypto zoo stuff. It's just pure insanity.
Seems like they're coming at old Logan.
It does, and I'll tell you one thing right now. If you want to get 1 million subscribers, just make a video every day, 10 times a day about Logan Paul. That's all that's on fucking YouTube. So dude, they're digging up anything on him now. After I find this out to kill
Pearl the pig.
Pearl the pig. Yeah,
I mean, he didn't kill it or anything.
No,
it just
he
died.
did. But it was just a funny
Yeah.
they're coming after him.
Yeah,
You know
they're
what I mean?
looking for anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought
He
he
cut
was
the
like,
line in 5th grade in the lunch.
did some damage to the pig. Like I'm gonna, I had this pig for 2 years. Now I want to eat.
Well,
it.
that's
I
how,
thought you were saying
no,
shot
there's
it.
nothing wrong with that. People do that. That's what
and
people
no,
do with pigs.
That's called
how,
farming.
But that's
Yeah.
how the story was presented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I find out, he gave the pig up 2 years. It really wasn't that big of a
Right.
deal, but they're going after people, dude.
Man, that'd be tough to raise a pig as a pet, and then next thing you know, you gotta fucking slaughter and eat it.
Yeah, I don't got that in me.
I don't either.
I'm not naming food. You
That's
know
how
what I
you
mean?
get all your food.
No,
Right,
I
but what are you
get
gonna
it.
name your pig? Like, oh, you're
Pearl.
gonna name you Death.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm sure he
And then you're just
If you're
not.
just giving them names out there, you're
Yeah.
not going to kill them.
Yeah.
Right.
This
That's
is
what I
here.
mean.
There's pig 31 over there.
But them mini pigs
Yeah.
are cute, and but they're just baby pigs. They are cute.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't stay many, do they?
No, they had this thing. This guy was selling mini pigs, and that's what Logan bought. But it was bullshit. It was
It's
just,
just a baby pig.
pig.
Yeah,
And
it's
they
just
grew
small
bigger.
now.
I'd be
yeah.
so mad if my mini pig started growing into a real pig.
And they turn into sow on you.
Yeah. Pigs get big, man.
And then they
Pigs
start,
are huge, bro.
You
get a
ever,
lot of
you ever
carcass
gone to
out
that
of
that Roundtree or Round Hill Farm or wherever the fuck it is? They have the pigs out there. It's just the big giant fat pigs laying down. You ever take the kids out there? No.
No, where at?
Round Hill Farm, I think it's called. It's right by Butler's and that Seventh. What the fuck?
Near that golf course?
It's literally right there.
Ah,
But yeah, it's like a
that's
farm.
cool.
I don't know. I went with a fucking
Dude,
way ex-girlfriend.
I never
and, like,
take
little brother.
my kids shit like that. When I was a kid, like my family, they were off the boat Dagos. They would slaughter a pig and make sausage and fucking prosciutto out of
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't want to be around that. They would shoot it in the head and then skin it. It's brutal.
I'd love to eat it, just not.
Oh, it's
be involved.
delicious. I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I
Usually
wouldn't
they
be part of it
they
either.
would just slice their throats. That's
Yeah.
all.
Well,
Let it
so they
bleed
would
out.
shoot. Well, some like he said, some of these pigs are you're talking
Huge, man.
300-pound fucking pig coming at you. It's
Yeah.
enormous. So sometimes they would hit it in the head with a sledgehammer, and then old school
Hit in the
Dagos.
head with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, so
Damn.
it would run through a little fucking
Shoot.
track. Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
They'd let one out, and you stand on top like a cowboy,
Bam.
Sue-wee! And you just fucking crack them motherfucker in the head.
I don't know. That might be kind of fun.
No. And
Did
then,
you-
so you were saying the old school Dagos would come up and just shank its jugular, and then they'd save the blood.
Yeah, that's how Bill the Butcher would do it.
Yeah, well, it looks great on a TV show. It's fucking horrendous,
Yeah.
scarring in real
I would
life.
imagine it's so much blood.
Oh, dude, it's brutal.
Yeah, then they what? They hang it by its feet, all the
Yeah.
blood drains
Well,
out.
first, then they slice it down the middle, got it. Then they hang it upside down, let the blood drip out, and then the worst part is they got to burn the hair off of the pig. The smell of that, oh man, you'll never want to eat bacon again in your life.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through it because I love bacon.
Yeah.
I do too, but man, not for a couple years.
Yeah, that will slow down the bacon intake for a
Is
little
that how
bit.
they try to do it in the short
That's how they
family?
keep your cholesterol
Did they try
low.
name you up, Schultz? You got.
Oh, you had to be a part of that, dude. Even to this day, I'll still fucking slice up a fuck. I mean, not no live shit. No fuck
Yeah.
no. None of that. I don't do that. One time they killed lambs. Wow.
Remember the time my uncle tried to make me shoot that cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're a pussy,
Pussy.
for not shooting.
He said, if you're a man, you'll send that cat out in the street with one last eye. I
nah.
couldn't do it.
No, dude.
So in his
honestly,
eyes, I'm never going to be a man.
yeah, we're gonna starve. If you're waiting for me to fucking slice his throat, we're gonna be some
Shoot
hungry
this
dudes.
cat.
Yeah, if I gotta hunt and gather, we're in big trouble.
If you bring it back, I'll chop that bitch up. We'll have some fillets. I can't kill it.
I think eagle tits would be good at killing.
He's an Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
Of course, he probably had to kill something to get his fucking death badge.
He's like 2 emails away
What'd
from
you
a
kill,
Netflix
Eagle
special.
Couple squirrels.
with that haircut.
One time I had to go to get this wildlife merit badge, and the guy brought a chicken in a cage to this hangout, and we didn't realize. So basically, he came, took the chicken to the side, broke its neck, and then made us depuck it all in front of him.
Were you able to do it?
Oh, yeah, depuck.
You needed that merit badge.
Oh, I thought you had to kill. Say, if it's in a cage, that's kind of cheating. You got to chase that motherfucker down. Hit it with a those little rocks
Well,
on the
the
string.
thing broke. The dude broke the neck. I mean, that's worse. He broke the
pretty
fucking
ruthless.
neck.
I thought he wanted Eagle Tits to break his neck, though.
Yeah, he knew he didn't have it in him. He didn't have that beard yet.
Quay Walker of the Packers pushes Lions trainer. You see that?
Yeah, that was nuts.
Not a time to push trainer. Trainers are saving lives on the field.
Did you see the other dude like fucking chest bumped him after?
Yeah.
Like, he pushed him back. Like, what are you
Dude,
guys
what are
gonna
you-
jump this fucking nerd that's like saving
Yeah,
people's
what's
lives?
going on? Let the man get in there. And then the dude threw like the craziest hissy fit I ever seen before in my life.
He looked like an 8th grader.
He looked like an 8th grader. It reminded me of dudes like would snap out, like when the emotions would get the best of you at football practice or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like some dudes would just lose their mind and walk away crying and
Arms
fucking
to their side,
flailing,
like, "Ah."
knees knocking together and
Yeah.
shit like that. Like, dude, what? That's gonna be tough to come back from, my man. You look like a goof.
He had a
Yeah,
good, he had
like
a
a
good
child.
apology.
Did he? I didn't see that.
It was good. It was a good
Yeah.
apology. He just took responsibility for
Yeah,
it.
it was
it better than the
Apologized directly
tantrum?
to the guy.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
that's about as good as he
That's all
could
he could
do.
do.
I think
Yeah,
the dude
that's
was
as far-
his college
Good to
teammate.
see. It's good the season's over.
The dude who got hurt on the ground was his college teammate. I think he was all fucked up over that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it is good the season's over. Everybody forgets now.
Right.
Yeah.
Pacers only gave a dude $500. So, you know, they have like the halftime show where you go. So this dude had to hit a free throw, a 3-pointer, and a half quarter in like 30 seconds or a
Yeah,
minute or
30
some shit like
seconds.
that. Dude does it. Hits the free throw, hits the 3-pointer, goes back, hits the half quarter. Did it relatively quick. Grand prize, $500. Like, dude,
That's
It should have been 5,000.
at least.
Right.
Five,
At
10.
least 5,000, 10,000. Because, like, one, how much how often do you have to pay that out? You're
Well,
not.
that's a sponsor. Whoever sponsored that event.
right.
Yeah, 500.
Gabriel Brothers.
Kidding me? Kidding me?
Greenfield's finest podcast would have probably gave you more.
Yeah, we would have at the. 50-50. Fuck.
Yeah, the 50-50 was upper. But I mean, 500. You're not even getting like a PS2 or 3.5, whatever the fuck they're on.
Right, $500, like, dude.
And
You
go
didn't
as
even
far
make
as
your
you
car
used to.
payment.
Yeah.
Say 1960.
Yeah, like, oh, thanks. I go get some nachos and a couple beers.
Right.
Yeah, right. I can buy the
That's
five
a
dudes
night out
I'm
at the
with.
game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, with the tickets and the concessions,
Yeah.
you're maybe you're up $100.
You maybe break even at 500.
It's wild though. NBA shit is significantly cheaper than like other games.
Oh, is it?
I was in Chicago one time. We went to a Blackhawks game and then we went to a Bulls game. The price it was Blackhawks first night, Bulls second night. The price difference and everything was crazy different. The Blackhawks shit was so expensive. Next night at the Bulls game, it was like significantly cheaper.
I thought it was all
wild.
like set like by the distributor or whatever.
That's
didn't
what I
realize
thought
that.
too. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was
I would have never thought that.
I thought like Aramark
like the 50,
set the price.
like
or whatever.
everything was cheaper. The 50-50, like you got more tickets for less money. Like everything was cheaper. It was crazy.
Need an NBA team here.
We do. 4-foot boa constrictor found in woman's carry-on. Says it's an emotional support animal. This chick really had a 4-foot fucking giant snake in her bag and thought she was going to get it through like TSA.
Yeah, you got to keister stash that.
she got a
You can't keister a 4-footer.
Put up your jailhouse wallet and just
That's
fucking
it, dude.
fire it in your beanhole. and
Your
just be like,
coin purse.
Dude, I feel like so there was this girl that used to like go out in the south side all the time, and
What a 4-foot snake.
Snake up her ass.
with it, and the rumor was like she did have a snake. She had like a 4-foot like boa constrictor or some shit like that, and they said like she took it like the snake wasn't eating, so she took it to the fucking vet. And the vet was like, so what do you do? Like, where does a snake sleep? She was like, I just, like, let it sleep, like, out of its cage at night. And, like, you know, it just, like, slides around the apartment, whatever. And the doctor or the vet was like, well, no, it's just, like, starving itself, like, so it could, like, eat you. You know, it's making itself hungry enough so it would eat you. So I thought this is a thing that really, like, happened to this girl. I've been listening to podcasts throughout the years. Everybody has a version of this story, so I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay.
I think it might be like one of those like wives' tales or some shit
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but
that.
it got to be a big snake to eat a
It was
person.
a huge. Yeah, it was a huge. Maybe it wasn't 4 foot. Maybe it was a bigger snake than that. But they said like, she took it there and like.
How happy would you have been if it ate her?
That would have been awesome. Dude,
Right.
if you let
Way
a,
better story.
If you let a snake roam around your apartment,
You're a sick bitch.
anything that happens to you, you deserve it. You're
Absolutely.
sick. Yeah.
So if your snake's not eating, it's getting ready to eat you. That's the tip for the day.
I thought you were gonna say that she like shoved mice in her cooter and was like, "Go get him." That's what you were gonna say.
Blast off to Neptune.
You thought I was going to say that?
Yeah, that's what I thought the story was.
All right.
That's what I thought the story was going.
We had a guy fire a high noon can at comedian while doing her set. First, have you ever seen or been a part of anything like that? Someone throwing something? Like, what's the worst heckler that you've seen?
Just a drunk person wouldn't shut
like
the fuck up.
interrupting. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the worst. Never no physical.
Nothing. I think if a comedian's bad enough, you should be able to throw like vegetables at them, like they did like in like the
hit him with a
olden days.
tomato.
Yeah, tomato somebody, or like hit somebody with like
Lettuce.
some celery or some shit like that. Like they did like the rotten
Yeah.
vegetables. Would you be opposed to that as a comedian?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting shit thrown.
Dude, I bet you could sell like a fuck ton of tickets if you like had like a rotten vegetable show and everybody could throw shit at you.
Yeah, but dude, even if you were funny, dudes would be throwing fucking
Yeah,
tomatoes.
if I got a bag full of veggies, I'm letting them fucking fly.
I think each table gets like a tomato and a head of lettuce.
Yeah,
I come on
Somebody's
like
gonna throw one.
Gallagher
Yeah.
with the fucking
Mallet.
it's mash time, and I would have a fucking sledgehammer. When you threw that tomato at me, I just come after you.
No, that's what you need, a baseball bat, so dudes can throw it at you and you smash it right back in their muck.
But yeah, that wouldn't be fun. I mean, that definitely
No, it
wouldn't
would
be
definitely
fun.
like
It would take your mind would easily you'd lose track of where
be
you're at.
very hard to get back on track because, like you said, even like the dude at the live show, which no one really gives a shit that you called out and like threw off my train of thought for a second, but like he did throw off my train of thought for a second, and that was just him saying something. Yeah, if they were throwing like fucking cans of beer at our heads and like shit
I
like
think
that.
somebody said something like during Joey's set too. He looked a little thrown off.
Oh yeah, when Joe, it was like Joe's boy. He was like a firefighter.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He was like, dude, we're not.
We did a
Well, no, he said it because he was like, I fucking work with this dude.
Yeah,
He's fucking up my set
Yeah,
or
like,
whatever. You know?
be quiet because that venue is very close quarter. So like,
Yeah.
We did a show. Me and Troy did a show at a place not too long ago. One dude was headlining, and a dude kind of like got up and ended up like just screaming back and forth with the headliner. And finally, like the dude was like, "Here, if you're so fucking funny, go ahead, let me hear what you
Do
got."
it.
The dude got up and fucking totally embarrassed himself.
Right, but I thought that was gonna. I
Turn
mean,
into a fight.
I thought it was gonna get physical.
Yeah, that's
Really?
probably
Yeah.
probably the one time I thought there was
Yeah.
gonna be a fight. Yeah.
did the guy have anything prepared? Like
No.
he just got up and what? Like
You
started-
know, this dude was a tough guy.
Yeah.
The dude started clowning him, like, you know,
Yeah.
busting his balls for not shutting up. And the dude was like, I ain't 8-1. And then it's like, okay, you say that to a comedian. Now he
now you're
asked
trying to be
attack
funny,
you.
and now
Yeah.
you're being tough.
Right,
You
right.
Look, you look
right.
like a weirdo. Man,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was weird because his wife, after the show, got in his face like, "You embarrassed our whole fucking family.
Yeah,
you look
yeah.
like a pussy when you got up there. You let that dude talk shit." And like, they end up,
Like one of that, like that
Yeah.
type of people.
because
He
he had,
looked like he was a little bit of a sick son of a bitch, though. He
yeah,
made-
dude was alright. He came up and like said some shit to me after the show. Oh, good. And I'm like, yeah, I just didn't grasp the concept of like the owner of the bar came over and told him to shut up.
Yeah.
So like, when it gets to that point, like, and you keep going, you're an asshole.
I hate when people
and he said it multiple times. He's like, hey, guys,
enough.
like, come on.
I hate when people talk when you guys are on stage. It drives me fucking nuts, dude. It ruins it for me because I'm just looking at them the whole time. Like, shut the fuck
Dude,
up.
so Mike does a million more shows than me, but I usually go up like first. So then I like to sit back and watch everybody else do their
Yeah.
fucking set. And when people talk, it drives me insane. Like, have some, because if you're up there and someone talks, it can ruin your whole fucking set. Every joke you have could be off now.
'Cause they can
Everything's
take
off.
everyone in that section's mind off. Like,
Yeah, because everybody's looking at this asshole.
And
now.
not only that, but it takes you off your game, and then you ain't as funny as you're supposed to be.
Z-Bird, you love this one. Lady mad at Sebastian Maniscalco about making fun of a lion kid?
Yeah, so Sebastian Maniscalco did his new special. One of the jokes in there was like making fun of this kid who was dressed up as a lion. Like, who the fuck would do that? And here it was the dad that was waiting right next to him. That was like the joke, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, who the fuck would let their kid dress up like a lion to school? Did you see this yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a simple joke. This lady came out on TikTok, and she was outraged, saying that children should be allowed to be whatever they are, and turn it into a transgender argument when, like, the kid, like, I didn't know there was trans lion jokes. You know what I mean? The kid dressed up as a lion went to school on a day when it was not a costume party. It is stupid.
It's stupid.
It is fucking stupid.
That just goes to show you people love to be offended.
It wasn't even like the person who's like the joke was about. It was like someone who just heard it.
This wasn't even her kid?
No.
The
No, it
dude
was-
probably
yeah.
laughed it
Moving
off.
She watched the fucking special, and then she had to like make a TikTok about this, and it's
Wait, so you're saying like Maniscalco was doing a special, and the kid he was talking about, his dad was in the audience?
no, the dad was at school. He was telling a story.
Oh,
like-
he's okay.
So
got,
he's
I
like,
got you now. Yeah.
so he's like saying like, yeah, the fucking guy, his kid comes out dressed like a lion, and he's like, well, who the fuck would do that? And the guy was like, went and grabbed it. It was his kid, and he was like, oh fuck, what do you do?
Right.
But like, it was like a simple joke, but like just to come out and like make a post like that, like you're a fucking idiot. Too many people got on these platforms is fucking. It makes me hate them.
Too much time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Get a fucking hobby. Learn to knit.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about what you're offended about.
Get a podcast.
Start a podcast.
Anybody can do it.
I don't like jokes.
Yeah,
Have it every fucking come out every Thursday.
it'll be so awesome.
Brother in Arms. Brother in Arms is me. So I have to do I'm calling it Jack's Big Week, where it's next week, or I'm going to try to push it to the week after, for being honest. I'll keep trying to push this thing as much as I can. So Lainey was talking shit, saying like that I generally don't do anything. I do things. She does a lot more. What I do the garbage, and I do the dishes. Other than that, the rest of it, she handles the most of it.
What more does she want from me?
Yeah, that's my point, truly. But she does the cooking, she does the shopping, yada yada. So she was like talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, no big deal. I could bang that out. So my big week, I have to do like what we're gonna eat for the week. I have to go food shopping for it, and then I have to cook it. It's a lot.
Is she
Jack.
going to do the dishes?
She'll do the
I
dishes.
got 2 words for you, buddy. Crock pot.
Yeah.
You get a roast one day, you get a fucking chicken the next
Rotisserie.
day.
Yeah, I'm
You
looking.
make sloppy joes.
I'm on
the next
TikTok
day.
and I'm looking at like one pan recipes or
Yeah.
whatever.
Dude,
they're called,
crock
shit
pot,
like
brother.
that.
Crock
They got
pot.
those ones now where you literally just cut the fucking bag open, as the vegetables, meat, and everything, and the gravy, put in the crock pots, and they're fucking fire, dude.
We used to get these meals from like Hello Fresh, and they deliver, and it's like
Yeah, I did that for a little bit.
they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty easy.
My problem with how it wasn't enough.
Yeah, the portions are tiny. I agree.
I would eat so it was like 2 to 4 people, whatever, and I would eat the 2 meals, and it was supposed to last me 2 days. I'm like, this is getting kind of pricey when you're eating double what you're supposed to
Yeah,
eat.
me and Rosa got it, and like the picture looks like, oh, that's a decent size, but that's
Yeah.
like both portions in one picture, and you're like, man, what the
Yeah.
fuck am I gonna do with that little ass piece of
Just
chicken?
fire some hungry man's in there, then flip it on the plate.
Yeah, with the biscuits,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little brownie.
chunky soup, chunky stew.
Yeah, so if anybody got some easy like one pan recipes for me and shit like that,
Just
give
give you a
us a
million
call.
ideas.
Seaberg got a good pepperoni roll.
Yeah, get a pepperoni roll.
They're trying to get
Get
the
everybody
sangy
sick.
menanga.
Yeah.
Sangamananga out of it.
But yeah, it was like one of those things. I'll do that, no fucking problem. Like, and she was like, all right. And now like the time is coming. I'm like,
You were high when you made that
I
bet.
was very
Just
high.
me and her like, you know, I
Very
really
high.
do appreciate you, babe.
Yeah.
Get me out of this.
That's
them was
that's what's
jokes.
gonna end up at the end. Like, man,
She was like,
Order
man,
a pizza.
She was like, I'm hearing some like major backpedaling already, and I'm like, listen, I'm not too like proud to like backpedal. I'll backpedal all day if I
Like,
don't have
you
to.
gonna
Like,
let me out of this?
yeah, if I don't have to like plan meal prep and like shop and shit like that.
Yeah, you've already folded. You got married, so
Yeah,
there's
right.
nothing.
It's
You're not too
no,
proud for anything now.
focus on procreating
Yeah.
That's it.
and munching box.
Munch and box.
Munch My
and
old
That'll
lady's
get you,
box.
that'll
Old
get
lady's
you out of it,
box.
Jack.
Hey, Leanie, I ordered a tuna salad for supper. Yum, 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 yum.
I just throw 2 pieces of lettuce at her
Daddy's
underpants.
munching.
Oh man, I hope her ink skips this episode. Zach Wilson still thinks he's going to be an NFL quarterback. He was asked the question, if the Jets bring in a veteran QB, how will you react? And he was like, if they bring in a quarterback, I'm going to make his life a living hell. Like, Zach Wilson, you should just be quiet, my man.
Dennis the Man is taking it easy.
Season's over. You're horrendous.
Hush
Go to
puppy.
Arizona, hire a quarterback coach, go out there, work out, do the best you can, come back, and just try to be a backup for the rest of your life.
And just keep your mouth
And
shut.
keep your
Collect the check.
Saying shit like this ain't it, dude, because I don't want to like write him off completely, but like there's almost no point you have to write him off completely. What is this, year 3 going into year 3?
Yeah,
You're going into year 3 next year.
Yeah, dude. Like, why
I
would
mean,
you
there's
say
always
that?
a chance. There's an outside chance that he
There's
may
a
be all
chance.
right.
Nah, probably not. He
Yeah,
probably,
but especially with that attitude.
The one thing
because
he-
I think he seems like one of those dudes that always got what he wanted. Of
course.
Yeah, and he's just like, it's gonna work out for me. And like,
he's going to sink to a backup for like 7 years and then maybe come back.
But that's a great gig.
Yeah,
yeah,
great
Cole
gig.
McCoy is still in
best
the
job
league.
in the world.
Yeah.
Back
Best
quarterback.
gig ever, especially if you have a good quarterback in front of you that never gets hurt.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, like who? Yeah, right. It's
Like
just,
I had these dreams, but now I got these checks.
now I got these checks. I get to hang out with the boys.
I'm part of the team.
I'm part of the team.
These dudes love me. I'm the cool one.
yeah, I
Maybe
got jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It might
I
be-
know all the cool songs.
Maybe buy a boat. Everybody, you're the boat guy too. Like you know what I mean. You're rich. That's the
It's
the
not
move.
not a bad thing.
Keep your, but like you can't be a mouthy backup quarterback.
No, don't
'cause
lose the
they'll
locker
They'll
room.
get rid of you.
Yeah, it's like being a mouthy wide receiver that drops the ball all the time. Nobody likes you.
You ever hear one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was running backwards again.
He stinks.
Terrible.
He
He
is.
stinks. Waste
Yeah.
of money.
I think I had threw a boo at him.
Did you boo him?
I might have.
Did you go down there?
Mm-hmm.
Or poor, I would imagine people were booing him.
Yeah, he's getting booed. Everybody in the crowd's like, dude, like, what are you doing? Catch a long ball down the sideline, pull it in and tuck it, and then you know, don't let the D-back just smack your arm.
Then you just got Pickens making crazy shit.
Then
Crazy
that's the
grub.
next 2 passes went to Pickens, and he wasn't even open.
They
He was
went
just making
nuts.
great catch. Yeah.
You know what grinds my gears is like people on Twitter and shit like that. Like just throw it to Pickens. Why? Like, dude, of course, they're trying to get him the ball, man. Like, shut
It
up.
turned to
And
that, though.
But people like think like they're like an offensive coordinator. Like they just got to get the ball to Pickens. Like, shut the fuck
Like
up.
no defensive coordinator's
Yeah.
like, hey, maybe we should cover this
Here's
guy.
what happened. Though. I think after Deontay dropped it, and then he went to Pickens, and Pickens just caught it, like, will catch anything.
He went
He
right-
started just going
He
to
went
him.
to him more,
When
for
he
sure.
doesn't even look open, he's like, fuck
Yeah,
it.
fuck it. This
Yeah.
dude's catching.
I'm going to
everything.
put it up there. It's a
That-
50-50 ball.
That almost catch on the sideline, I'm pretty sure it was a catch, was insane.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Catcher insane, or catcher not catch. That was absolutely nuts.
I couldn't believe it didn't get
Dude,
overturned.
Cliff Kingsbury, whatever.
Yeah, Cardinals,
He got
yeah.
canned. He'd be a hell of an offensive coordinator, man.
Yeah, he would be.
He'd be a hell of an offensive coordinator. Dude, fire Canada
Do you
now.
think it's going to
So
happen?
wait, I
Why
was-
wait?
Why
Why
wait?
wait?
That makes me
Until
nervous,
all the good
dude.
people were
Well, look-
hired already?
Yeah, right.
Well, look, so I was.
And if you're Cliff, like, coming, like, all right, I just got canned. Let me, Steelers, that's a great fit. Let me go to an organization, get my, get stable again, reset. Maybe I get a shot at another coach in a few years once I win a Super Bowl, go to a Super Bowl with Kenny. I make Kenny Pickett a fucking Pro Bowler. People will hire me again.
Right. So Madden was saying that I guess Canada got like 2 more years or something on his contract, so they'd have to pay him. If
They would
they
have to
fired
pay
him,
him.
they'd have to pay him
So
out.
what? I mean, they're
Right,
the lowest
but-
paid
but
The
coaches.
Rooney's can take that
Right,
hit.
but Madden was saying that they're such cheap bastards that they won't do it.
Really?
That's what he
It's
said.
the lowest
That's his
paid
words.
coaching staff in the NFL.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Not taking take Tomlin's out of it.
The assistants.
Assistant
yeah.
lowest paid in the NFL.
Well, because
Yeah,
there's
we
not
don't have-
one name there.
We don't have big name assistants anymore.
No.
We used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arians was the last fucking.
Yeah.
Well, Haley.
Bo.
Yeah.
Haley was pretty. I liked. He's a little bit of wild card.
I liked how he left his house and he like ripped the shit out of the house so the contractor couldn't get his money back or something.
Yeah, he was a nut. I mean, he was just like down
Didn't he
Mario's
get in a
getting
fight?
loaded.
Didn't he get in a
Yeah,
fight at the
cowboy.
bar?
Yeah,
he
he was
liked
a heel
He broke
cowboy
his
guy.
pelvis.
He was just like fucking murdered in Mario's.
Where's
The
he
one
at?
night I was eating
Get
in
him
there
back
eating
over
wings
here.
on a Wednesday. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, you all right?
Buzzy Hammer. Yeah,
Yeah,
good for him.
But I was hammering
Is
myself.
he available?
Too, so. I think he's like a USFL guy right now or something like that.
Okay.
Head coach.
He's a head coach.
Oh,
The USFL, the Cobras.
you got his card.
I just made that. I don't fucking.
I think he is in the USFL, but that could be.
Yeah, that's
completely-
who knows?
It sounded good. You were like, yeah, USFL, the Cobras. They're 7-12 right now.
Fan Duel doing a promotion for the Super Bowl. Gronk is going to kick a 25-yard field goal. If he makes it, Fan Duel is giving out like $10 million in like free bets throughout. Like everybody's going to get like some type of juice if you have a Fan Duel account, I guess. I don't know exactly logistically how this is going to work out, but Gronk's going to be kicking a 25-yard field goal at like halftime, which is a pretty sweet promotion.
You'd figure, so probably everyone would get $5 in free bets.
Yeah, like it's not gonna be anything crazy.
But I get what they're saying. Like when you say $10 million, you're like, I wonder if there's anything like you have to have a bet going during the game or something.
There's
like,
gonna be some stipulations.
I'm
to it,
sure
for
you have to bet on him making the field goal.
Well,
I don't think you're allowed to
bet
bet
on
that.
that because like if you're Gronk, why wouldn't you just fucking? If you
Well,
you would load up on the back end there.
They showed pictures of him kicking a field goal and like
He's a freak
Gronk on
athlete.
a boot.
Yeah, he's a freak athlete. He should be okay. They're gonna want him to make it. But no, that's a good promotion. Like fucking. Everybody will pay.
I'll take
be paying
the
attention.
$5.
Yeah, everyone will pay. Seeing if Gronk's going to make a field goal at halftime. He donated to Hamlin's toy drive fund, and he donated $6,900. This dude is like still going with like this 69.
Like he's
He's the biggest
he's
creep in
12.
the
Like,
world.
it's just, meanwhile,
he's a big kid.
He's had a that's what he's not. I don't think he's really a creep. He's had the same lady forever, who's an
But
absolute
he's just a
rocket.
goofball.
But he's a big goofy fuck that like stinks. Like 69 still funny, which I'm not saying it's not funny.
It is.
But
yeah.
it's funny when this dude's like almost his our age.
He's
He's
all
like,
like- Yeah.
Like this poor dude almost dies on the field and he donates $6,900. Like what the fuck?
he's like, get it?
Yeah, yeah. We get it, buddy. Girlfriend carries hammer boyfriend over her shoulder all the way back home. I'm not sure where that. It looked like Bourbon Street. It could have been Broadway. A very busy drinking street. This chick just fucking threw her boyfriend over the shoulder and just took him home.
You marry her.
Yeah, what a woman.
Yeah, they don't make him like that.
She was
no
all
more.
woman, dude.
She's cave
And like
woman.
she was carrying him, and like she wasn't. She
wasn't
had it. She had it.
Yeah.
She was like, you say the first time this jackass got old drunk.
Yeah.
She wasn't like some like humongous, like you know what I mean, like,
Bodybuilding
She was
chick.
just fit.
She was just she had a little meat on her bones, but
She was determined, man.
yeah.
That's what
And
a
she
little
cared.
determination gets you. She cared.
Right.
What if it wasn't even her boyfriend? What if
I
she
said-
just
Guess what?
found some
She was
random ass
just
dude?
linebacking some dude.
I said fucking dude, update in 2 weeks.
Did you
man,
say Lembeck?
Yeah.
man missing.
I haven't said linebacking a while.
Oh, the old
forever.
Buddy
The old
Lembeck.
Buddy Lembeck.
You're going to have to Google that one.
Charles.
Yeah. Yeah. Google Buddy Lembeck and his sex crimes. You'll get the joke. All right, let's take a break.
All right, everybody, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Be right back with more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're in the real estate market right now, if you're buying, selling, looking for someone to be a property manager, I know just the people. Carlson & Associates, located in the heart of Pittsburgh, Southside. Carlson & Associates, not just known in the Southside, they're known all over the Pittsburgh area, and they're great at commercial and residential, and they've got you covered. Call 412-431-1718 or visit their website at casouthside.com. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in the light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're looking to go out this week, if you're a guy or a girl and you're looking for something to do and you and your friends want to go out, why don't you check out 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Not only do they got some of the best drinks in the world, they got over 100 craft beers, and they absolutely have some of the best food in all of Southside. So check out 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street if you want to go out and you want to have some good food and you want to fuck. I don't know about you, but shit's always breaking around my house, whether it's my washer, whether it's my dryer, whether it's my stove, whether it's my fridge. Something's always breaking. I used to have a handyman, but you can't rely on anyone nowadays until I find Primetime Appliance. 412-896-1395. They fix TVs, ovens, dishwashers, microwaves, and everything more. These are the guys that call, and they get the job done right. That's Primetime Appliance. 412-896-1395. And tell them you heard it on Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? You looking for a fun night out in the South Side, but you don't want to get punched in your face? Neither do I. That's why I'm going down Finn McCool's at 1501 East Carson Street. You want to go somewhere, have a beer, hang out with some people, see some hot chicks or some hot dudes, but you don't want to get punched in your fucking face? Well, go down to Finn McCool's at 1501 East Carson Street. Have a good time and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. Johnny, what's grinding them gears?
Oh, I got a grinder. So, Friday night, I'm like, I think I have a DD. You know what I mean?
I already noticed it was this grinder.
So, as the night's going on, I'm noticing, text this dude. He's like, you want me to pick you up? I'm like, yeah, you ain't drinking. He's like, no. I'm like, all right. So, perfect.
Yeah.
Fallacy.
Yeah, what are you talking about, John?
He was like this, dude. Are
see
you
his text
not?
message?
He was like, what? You not drinking? I'm like, no, I'm not drinking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. He was like, yeah, I'll drive. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna drink that much. And I'm like, you seem like you're drunk right now.
It really was. That's why I was thinking it wasn't going to drink that much.
Right. So, like, dude, as the night goes on, like, you know what I mean? We're all starting to get a little lit. I, like, look over. I'm like, man, he's doing as many shots as I'm doing. This looks like I got a bad feeling about this.
Not a bad
Dude, so we
feeling.
leave. You know what I mean? Everybody shuts it down. Dude, we're, like, leaving. This dude just blows a red light, gradually drives over a median, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
So the guy that we were with that was driving, he almost turned down a street that wasn't even a two-way street.
I'm like,
It's tricky up there in
I'm
Allentown,
like,
too.
dude, pull over right now. He's like, why? Am I bad? I'm like, yes, you're fucking.
Did you have to take the wheel?
I was like, I'll drive.
Johnny,
I was willing to
take the
drive.
wheel, Jack.
Yeah, he's like,
No
Come
way.
on, dude.
I would have taken
It's
the
my
wheel.
car.
I'm like, dude.
I mean, it was that dude's car.
I'm like, dude, just slow and steady, dude. Slow. I got one scar on my head. I don't need another one. Slow and steady.
Oh,
You're
fuck.
here today, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm
Thank God that dude was a good
That
driver.
dude's a good driver. Oh, fuck.
That was funny though, because man,
If
I
you're
seen
gonna
him.
be a
I seen
DD
him doing shots too. I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
thought
oh
you
my
thought the
God.
same thing.
I was like, what are we gonna do?
Hey, you better slow down, Cliff.
He said he wasn't going to get that fucked up tonight. Like, I had the option. You drove.
I mean, that's just a wild move that, like, you thought Cliff wasn't going to get that fucked up.
Cliff's a fucking cannon.
Cliff the cannon.
He
Dude. I
ain't some
thought,
fucking.
I thought he might have been hungover from the night before. Might take a night off.
No, that's a thing.
He was up all night eating Delta 8. I thought he'd take a night
that was
off.
the problem. Cliff was like, you got to get back on the horse.
Yeah. He's
Cliff
on
don't like a
designer
headache.
drugs.
Yeah, Cliff hates headaches.
He made a few laughs. It was time to get it in.
Yeah, that's it.
Old Cliff Lembeck.
Yeah, what a creep.
Did you boys take it late into the night on Friday?
A little bit. We stopped in the south side to level it off.
You guys went to the south side?
Yeah.
Where?
Him and Cliff did this.
We stopped down Sydney Street just to hang out for a minute. It wasn't that far of a drive. Drink beers. Let the liquor pass through.
Yeah, you know, get Cliff back his mind.
Let the police go and break.
Yeah, let's change
Let's
just
shift.
get out of this
Cliff,
car
let's go.
as quick as we can.
Dude, you want to hear something fucking nuts? So, we worked at Wim years ago. It's fucking, and the cops used to drink with us, and they were like, nobody leave until 4:30. That's when shift change is. So like everybody would
That's your
drink.
free ticket.
Everybody would drink, and at 4:30, like everybody, all right, it's time to go because you knew like shift
The
change.
drunkest idiots in the world.
Just bartended all night and they're just like you're trying to get home, police included. It was wild. Like,
Dude, you just bumped into me, Cliff.
yeah, fuck. But yeah, that's the old shift change down there. Shirley, what do you got?
My gear grinder also has to do with Friday night. Mine's more of like a tongue-in-cheek, joking kind of one. When we were down there, I love all of our fans. Great people, awesome. These motherfuckers try to get me smashed before they even show. Like, guys, like, I can't do 74 shots and then
He already
not,
did 10
not
before you
say
came up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Cliff is all fucked up.
Very aggressive too. Like, dude, like,
And I'm like, come on, Jules, don't be a pussy. Do a shot. Like, dude, I will. Just.
Yeah, if we get up there, I'm like,
Yeah, like my nerves are enough. Like, let's
Yeah.
just get through this, and then I'll do all the shots. And then I did, and then Cliff drove us home, and it was.
you guys made it.
We're here today, ain't we?
Zebra, what do you got?
Dude, I'm obviously everyone knows I'm gonna fight with the unemployment. Finally today, I got the debit card from him. I went to do a little review because I'm like, yeah, take the taxes out. It's sort of making me think like that's fucking insane that they take taxes out
It
of your
is insane.
unemployment.
That you've
Yeah.
already been taxed for, or your business has.
Yeah, like I've already paid a little bit of tax on my check. The owner of my company's already been taxed for it and paid for it, and that's been taxed. And now you're giving me money to help me out. It's like enough money like to get you by for a week, but they're taxing that.
And
It's fucking crazy.
It's double
It is
tax
crazy.
money for
but
sure.
then you get the W-2, and then you can get a return on that on their money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it really fucking is. But it's like, man, oh, you're trying to help everybody out. Well, let's tax them.
Let's
Yeah.
tax them and then
Well-
drop what they get paid by 3%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no different than the mob. They're worse, way worse than the mob ever was.
The worst part is, and then they suck that first week out of you when you like
For no
start the new
reason.
claim. Like,
Yeah.
why? This is when I need the money.
The most.
It's
It's
when
right
I'm
before Christmas.
filing my claim, and then you fire like, oh, you know what? We got to hold a week.
Every year I see this, but they said this year it was on the news. They were saying it's been the highest year of complaints to state representatives for people like
People not be able to get their own
Because people know the trick now.
Dude,
'Cause that's
poor-
what happened to me last year. I had to call my
state
state
rep.
rep.
you fix my shit, I'll vote for you. I'll fucking, I'll
And-
die.
and
I
they'll-
think
they'll
that's
do
all.
it. They'll do it.
I think that's all they do.
yeah,
Like, I don't know what else the state does. Like, Frankel's been fucking fixing people's unemployment forever.
That's who I called, dude.
Yep. And
Dave Frankel, dude. He got my vote.
I used to work elections. He would come around with like some Dunkin' Donuts, say hello to everybody. No one's ever running against him, and then he would just fix people's unemployment.
Yeah,
And, like
he's
that
like,
was the whole gig, I think.
What do you need? Listen, if you bring donuts to your poll workers and
Yeah.
fix people's unemployment, you will be a
Yeah,
fucking
that's
senator.
it.
What are you?
Everybody
State
likes you.
representative.
State
State
rep.
representative.
Yeah.
You're in there for life.
Yep. Got a gear grinder. Dude, I keep getting put on Friday beers, Pit Friday beers, and I'm 40 years old, and like someone keeps, I know who it is. They keep sending in like old pictures of me with my shirts off. But the last one I was on there, it was new content. It was a newer pic. But then people like will screenshot it and send it to me, and I'm like, dude, yeah, I saw it, man. But like,
I was there.
yeah, I don't. It's like me. It's like a bunch of college kids like doing beer bongs, and then like me. I'm like, get
Your
me
shirt off.
my shirt off. Like, get me the fuck off there. And like 95% of them is like very old. Like I said, a few Saturdays ago, I went for it, popped the top off. But like, it's just like my anxiety is so like rapid, and then next thing I know, like I'm on like Friday beers, and people are like reposting, and I'm like, get me the fuck off this fucking thing, dude. Like, you know, and it's just like, I hate the internet. I just wish we like, I don't, not the Wild Wild West, but like maybe like just back to the 90s where you could get a little fucked up and not the whole world didn't have to know about it, just like the people you were
It had to
with.
be hearsay.
Yeah, hearsay. I'm like, last time I seen Jack, he was fine.
you should have seen him last night. It's like, hey, look at him last night.
Right.
Yeah,
This is
right.
not his picture's gonna live
And now
forever.
now it's like it has like 375 likes and shared 200 times, and you're like, oh great, this is awesome.
It's a great rack.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Price of fame, I guess. But in reality, it's just one of our idiot friends that has like a backlog of like 100 pictures of me, and he just fires them over every week, and there we are.
I don't
use
hate
them
it.
every week.
And like not like most people don't think they're old, that don't know they're old. Like our one boy, like the last time I seen him, he's like, dude, it's crazy you're still like going out hard like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, barely ever go out. And he's like, dude, my little sister who's like 21 just like showed me like a million pictures of you with your shirt off. I'm like, dude, those are 10 years old. You know what I mean? Like just.
I mean, like, I still do look that good,
Yeah.
but they're old.
you know. Yeah, the internet, man. That's my gear grinder.
Well, all right, everybody. I think we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back to wrap up Greenfield Times podcast. You might recognize my voice from Greenfield's Finest podcast, but you'd recognize my face more from Rosado and Sons Landscaper, where I've been an employee for over 5 years, where I work with owner-son John Rosado. If you're looking for quality landscaping, pressure washing, snow removal, and lawn maintenance, which includes fertilizer, grub control, weed killer, call 412-521-9045. This isn't some pop-up operation. They've been in business for over 80 years. So if you want good quality work, call Rosado & Sons Landscaping at 412-521-9045. Tell them Z-Bird sent you and get the special discount. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. Did you just get the bad news that your girlfriend's fucking your neighbor? Well, it sounds like a pretty shitty situation. I got just the answer. Miracle Movers. You need to move in a hurry? Call Miracle Movers, 412-419-2620. They're fully bonded and insured, and you're not taking any risk like you are with your whore girlfriend. So call Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620 and get out of that house before you catch any STDs. Did you just walk into your bathroom and take a giant shit and realize that your bathroom is a giant pile of shit? Well, I got the answer for you. Bath Factory and Window. You dream it, and they build it. Bath Factory and Window, 412-951-3939. From your bathroom to your windows, transform your home with Bathroom Factory and Window. You can also find them at bathfactoryandwindow.com. Hey, what's going on, folks? I don't know if you knew this, but the number one reason people get lawsuits against them when people come over their house is faulty steps, faulty sidewalks. What are you going to do about it? Your house is a walking booby trap. Well, you can call Giuseppe and Sons. Need your sidewalk and steps fixed or replaced? Call Giuseppe and Sons at 412-421-6711. And if you're looking for any masonry work in the Pittsburgh area, these are the guys you can trust. That's 412-421-6711. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to wrap up the show with What Would Greenfield Do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop.
So at the live show, we had everybody fill out a card with gear grinders and what would Greenfield do. We got to do a couple of them. I'm going to go through a few right here. The one big one that came out of it, it was out of the four of you, who would win in a 100-meter dash. So, like, everybody wants us to race. And I think it would be funny because I honestly don't know who would win now. I think John would probably win.
Yeah, I'd have to say. He was always a pretty quick.
John was always pretty fast, but like we are older, so somebody could take a spill.
Might pull a hammy out there.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
if I go to chiropractor the day before, I got you.
But dude, I only race on the 4th of July, dude. So we have to set it up with Greenfield 4th of July races.
Yeah.
To have a GFP race down the 4th. We'll promote it. We'll film it.
Have shirts.
That's the only time Greenfielders race is the 4th. You know what I mean? It's in our
it's
blood.
only right.
So yeah, what do you boys think about a 4th of July race?
I'll race you, motherfuckers.
I'll race you dudes all day.
See, yeah, you were scared of a one-on-one race versus me, I felt like.
You wanted to do a one-on-one?
Yeah.
Well, why would we do one-on-one if there's 4 of us?
Because I didn't think they wanted to do it. Now if they do,
I think John will smoke all three.
I
of
think
us.
John. Yeah, I think John will too.
Zebra got some speed, dude. I seen him.
He got a lot of root behind him.
A lot of root.
You fast?
I think I would win.
You think you would beat me?
Yeah.
Do you think you're better you'd beat me? You'd be better off racing me in like 100 yards or like 40 yards?
I'd rather do a 40. I'd rather do a 40.
100 yards a long way.
I got the break off speed. Dude.
I think 100. I think 100 would probably help me because I could get that if I could get my stride going.
That's it, man.
Long.
You got the advantage there with the stride.
But it takes me a while to get started.
See, I would burn it out of the gate and then just try to coast because 100 yards, dude.
That's a long
It's
way.
a long race. Yeah, especially
40 yards is
especially
still
down
pretty
McGee. Your ankles are turning and shit. That fucked up ass field.
Yeah, you're gonna step on a piece of cinder block.
Yeah. But no, I think the 4 of us should do it. I think we should race, and I think we should do it on the 4th of July.
I'm in.
All right. If we gotta figure out something, if you come in last, there's gonna be a penalty.
You have to eat dog poop
Or suck Larry's dick.
Yeah, you gotta suck Larry's dick if you come in last. That's
Jack would be like, "Oh, I fell."
Give me that dick. What was your most embarrassing fart? I don't know if I
ever.
Yeah, ever.
Anytime you wet farted,
when I shit my pants.
Yeah,
at Ocean
anytime
City.
you shorted, that's obviously your fucking most
but
embarrassing fart.
I never get embarrassed of farts unless I get a slip out fart. Like the other day, I was doing something and just I did a stretch and I just had a slip out fart. And I'm like, ooh, I get I turn into a little girl, oh, excuse
you're like
me.
a little Asian, you're like, oh,
yeah, I tooted.
Yeah, well, that happens with age. When you're young, you got that tight rectum; it don't just slip out. Once you hit about 36,
it's called flagellance.
Yeah, when you turn about 36,
everything loosens up a little bit.
That's it. The old butthole ain't what it used to be.
Old Raw Peruse really fucking had a home run with this one. Pizza place is closing at 7 p.m. on New Year's Eve.
What the fuck?
What's up, Rob? You don't want fucking pizza people to have a fucking New Year's? You want them to work till fucking 1 in the morning so you get a slice all fucked up?
I worked at fucking Minio's, and that was like the biggest blessing was getting off early so you could
I'm
still
surprised
enjoy.
they close early. You
Yeah.
know, they love a buck up there.
Right. But they were like, no one wanted to work that night, but everyone. When they were closing at 7, everyone kind of liked working that night. It was kind of chill, hang out. If you're younger, they sneak you a shot or two.
That I was about to ask, were dudes drinking like at Minio's?
No, not like.
No, those weren't sneaking brews or anything like
I would
that.
sneak
Were
a
you
brew,
sneaking brews?
but I wasn't like it wasn't like you allowed. But I'd be in the back like cleaning,
Taking out garbage.
Yeah.
whack a couple.
I mean, that's kind of how I got into the guzzler mentality because I'd always be drinking when I wasn't supposed to. I'd go over someone's house, like steal a beer out of their fridge, go in the bathroom and drink it while they're parent. You know what I mean?
Dude, we're cleaning out ham bones, and like there must have been a bar back there who was the guzzler himself. You should see where these beer cans are stashed. They're insane. They're everywhere. They're on top of the walk-in cooler.
Yeah.
Fucking knock something out of the wall. Fucking 30 beer cans
Dude,
fucking fell down. It was crazy.
When I worked at my cousin's restaurant, we had a dude like that would smash beers everywhere he could, you know.
Like we had walk-in.
And then one dude that was like a little bit like, special needs or whatever. But he would never snitch, but he'd be like, there's a lot of dead soldiers laying around here. But it would be just empty
Just
beers.
empties,
and they would be fucking
This dude, they're everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like behind the lettuce. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they would be everywhere, dude.
Yeah, we just took like it had a drop ceiling. We took like the one corner out, and there must have been 50 fucking beer cans. Of like I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked up, and there must have been 100 on top of the walk-in. I was like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, listen,
and there was
cooks
and it wasn't
and bartenders
and it wasn't
love to
all
drink.
the same beer. It was like whatever was down there. Like,
Yeah.
there wasn't any repeats, dude. You know, he was just
Yeah.
pounding whatever.
Any port in a storm.
Yeah. If Greenfield had a candle, what would it smell like? I don't know, pizza bagels and heroin.
Yeah.
I was gonna say despair.
Narcan and coffee.
Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, last one. If you could go back and live in an era, what would you live in? The 80s, the 20s, or the 40s? I'm going 80s all day. 20s and 40s is that's too far back.
Yeah.
80s, you got to get, at least you have a TV, a car, shit like that. When were automobiles starting? They were definitely around for the 40s.
Roaring 20s, dude.
Yeah, the 20s.
I would say
they
the
were pretty,
20s,
the
dude.
20s
Yeah.
were pretty legit.
Until you got
you're
to
right.
until
Yeah,
you got
right.
to like the Depression and Prohibition.
Yeah.
I don't want no part of it.
Well, no, Prohibition
Prohibition was after.
crap.
After the
Yeah,
20s.
that was like
Yeah.
the Roaring 20s. It was over.
Okay, well then that's
Yeah.
what I want to be there.
Yeah, the Roaring 20s. Yeah.
It'd be a good time, dude.
I
You're
watched
out
that
dancing.
Jersey Shore show, whatever that was, with fucking Tony's cousin was the fucking head guy on the boardwalk.
Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk
Yeah.
Empire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty
yeah.
sweet.
That was a good show for a couple seasons.
Yeah, but I mean, I do long for the 80s.
Me too.
Me
Anytime I
too.
see an 80s, I'm just like,
Yeah, but
man.
we've
They wore
seen
sweet-
that. Imagine
Take
being
me-
through the
take me
20s. I
back.
never
we
seen the 20s.
kind of saw it. We were young as fuck.
No, I mean,
I
I lived
remember
it.
it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I
I mean,
remember.
I was young
we
though.
were so
Jeff,
young.
you're
What do you
young.
mean?
No, I'm saying, like,
so
if
you're
I-
40. We're 41.
Yeah, I am young. You're right.
You had we used to wear sweatpants
so,
with shorts
like-
on top of them.
So what? Yeah, we were 9. Yeah, I guess we were around. We were around for
We
the
weren't
80s.
like doing like the partying of the 80s.
yeah, I
No.
wasn't smoking crack
And that-
like the 80s, but, you know.
that'd be fun to try.
Yeah, I don't know. The 80s look
Be
cool.
around when crack first came out.
That's
like,
when it came out, the 80s.
you wouldn't be a drug addict. You'd be a pioneer.
Yeah, everybody was. They didn't know it was ruining
Be an
lives just yet.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You were just partying. It was a new party drug.
You'd like know stuff that was going to happen, like in the future.
We're just talking about Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough podcast.
All right, everybody. Everybody have a great week. Thanks so much for coming out to the live show. We'll have some clips posted from that soon. Thank you for buying tickets for the Comptra show. We'll see everyone there on the 25th or on the 13th this Friday. And we'll have more events coming up within the week. We'll be announcing those dates too. Have a great week. And remember, folks, Greenfield loves you. We're out.